The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. The glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACT Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining you is my co-host, Sam and Foxy, as we are here for the game for... God damn it, I completely lost my train of thought there. But today we are here for the game between Never Diamonds and Demon's Force on the map of Clubhouse. Yeah, we are back on Clubhouse, but that's fine, you know. Nothing to be sad about. Again, like I said before, one Clubhouse match a day is just fine by me. This match is going to be very interesting indeed as I pull up the standings from the end of week 2. Demon's Force, they were all right. They were doing okay for themselves. 2-2. There's in 2 wins and 2 losses for themselves, sitting sort of in the middle at 4th position, just above Samurai Esports, who had a fantastic game earlier today against Mercenaries, where Mercenaries, of course, they almost pulled off the comeback clutch, but the ESM ended up winning the overtime rounds 8-6. With that being said, the other side, of course, of this equation is Never Diamonds, and Never Diamonds, they're just below Samurai Esports. Again, these are the standings from last week. Of course, these are subject to change at the end of today and tomorrow. But as of the end of week 2, Never Diamonds stood at only 1 win and 4 losses. A very well, not at all a great 2 weeks to the season at all, season 3 that is, and they will be looking to rectify at the very least a little bit of that, and that would involve putting Demon's Force, setting them back a little bit more, and Yeah, it should be a very interesting game indeed. Foxy, what are your thoughts of the game that we have on hand?
Personally, I'm very excited to go back to Clubhouse today. So it'll be Never Diamonds facing off Demon's Force, and it is going to be once again on the map of Clubhouse. So that being said, Never Diamonds, I just go back whenever they happen to play on Clubhouse. It's just that one match, Vector Sports versus Never Diamonds, where they happen to lose by an amazing comeback made by them. That is definitely something that Never Diamonds don't want it to happen again. But Demon's Force, though, the the contrast in terms of how the Division 1 standings have been amazing. And looks like we just had a disconnection from one of the players from Never Diamonds, and that is why we were waiting in the lobby. But let's take a quick look at the standings meanwhile. Reckoning Esports, they stand on top right now. They haven't lost a single match, and they are on the first position. 5 wins, 0 losses. Union Gaming, they're sitting on the second spot right now. They as well haven't lost any single match so far. That means Reckoning Esports versus Union Gaming tonight. It's going to be one hell of a match that we'll be waiting for, because then again, it happens to see on who is going to be the one to stop the other from keeping that unbeatable win streak. That is definitely one match that I'm personally waiting for. Coming to the third spot, it's secured by Level 0 Esports, and then it is secured by Demon's Force on the fourth spot. Never Diamonds, they don't look very pretty. They're sitting on the sixth spot. That means they are very viable to take the relegation back to Division 2. Let's see if they'll be able to survive that or not. That only happens to see if they'll be able to win this one. This match that is in hand, Clubhouse, Demon's Force versus Never Diamonds, and the match that is tomorrow. Mind you, this is only the finale day 1. That means all you're getting to see here is indeed only one half of the finale. We've got a finale day 2 coming up tomorrow as well, as things start to get a little spicy over here at the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League. Looks like we'll still be having a reconnection coming in from Never Diamonds any moment now. So that is taking a little bit of time. Let's take a quick look at the rosters meanwhile. Cobra, Sam, Shulker, Mike, and Mojo on the side of ND. While we have Demon's Force rocking Imago, Sniper One Candy, Snow, Notorious, and Point X. Very interesting roster that they have for them. So let's see how that is going to turn out. Definitely something I'm looking forward to, because it's indeed, it is Clubhouse. Be there in the match in just a moment. A last minute disconnection has come in, and that is what is taking the time as Blackjack. Anything you have to add or? Oh, all right. Looks like.
Oh, again, I did it again. I did it again. I forgot that my mic was on mute. And I seem to be pulling that quite a bit today. It reminds me of a friend of mine who has a habit of doing that as well. Looks like he's rubbed off on me. But with that being said, we'll be going into this match really quickly. But, Never Diamonds, they need to get the connection in soon, as Foxy, very aptly is putting in the chat, that we're running out of things to talk about right here. But yeah, Mike has confirmed that their last player is in VC. He's starting up the game. Probably had a crash right there, which was unfortunate. Of course, we know that Siege recently has had issues with crashing. Hopefully, it will be fixed soon, as this match on Clubhouse. Oh, there we go. Mojo is in, and looks like Never Diamonds are going to be ready nice and quickly. Demon's Force, of course, I've been sitting here ready for quite a while as well. So with that being said, we are going to be getting into the game right here. Clubhouse is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Never Diamonds are attacking. Demon's Force are defending. We've seen this before from from both these teams, this map, so to speak. And Demon's Force, of course, we know how terrifying they can be on Clubhouse. The ban phase is underway. The first attacker ban, will be from the side of Demon's Force. And should be interesting to see what their bans are, and not just what their bans are, what Never Diamonds decide to ban against them. As the timer ticks away, Demon's Force have made the decision, and it is the Nomad who gets banned once again. Nomad, of course, the amount of control she can exude on a map like Clubhouse is definitely one of the reasons she is banned. Her flank watch is absolutely stellar, as the other attacker to be banned by Never Diamonds themselves is the Thatcher. So I believe we can expect a Kaid ban coming out from them in the first defender ban of the map. And there we go. They made their choice. The timer's ticking down once again, and it is Mira. Okay. Mira is going to be off the board right here. And the last ban, of course, remains on the side of Demon's Force. Again, I still kind of think a Kaid ban could be in play, but with Demon's Force with the ban, definitely we might not see that operator come out in the ban phase, which will be very interesting indeed with the Thatcher ban having already been put in place. Timer ticks in, and it is the Maestro who will be facing the ban wave. No Kaid ban, and of course the Echo is currently default banned due to the bug concerning where his Echo drone becomes completely invincible, which is obviously game breaking, and hence why esports competitive Rainbow Six has decided to say, you know what, Echo has to sit out quite a few games for the time being. We're already going to be in with round one, nice and quickly. Basement Church and Arsenal is going to be the site of choice from the side of Demas Force. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the roster from both these teams on this match right here. From the side of Never Diamonds, you've got Cobra, Sam, Shulker, Mike, and Mojo. From the side of Demas Force, we've got Kishima, Goat Sniper, One Candy, Snow, Notorious, and Point Dex. And curiously enough, oh, never mind. Cobra, I just saw him go out of the Jackal into the IQ with the 6-pick, but no, he went into the Amaru in the middle there, but he's gone back to the IQ instead, and I believe a Castle was brought in by Tsushima Goat, who was initially going to pick the Pulse. Round one is going to be underway nice and quickly here, and as I pass the mic over to Foxy, I pass it with a question. No Kaid, even though the Thatcher's banned. What do you think about that?
Very interesting, though. I think, I'll be honest here, Blackjack. Now, one thing I've learned in my experience of 3 seasons casting this amazing tournament, the fact that Demas Force do not like to take an advantage in terms of how tactically this game is played. They definitely like to take advantage in terms of how mechanically this game is played. In fact, they love to take gunfights. Kaid just puts in so much work. You know, you've got to utilize your Kaid charges, trick them to perfection. You've got to bring out, you've got to use C4 to perfection as well. And more importantly, that puts a little too much work to put in. While there's an alternative route that you can take for fulfilling the same job that the Kaid will do. That is the impact trick, obviously, that will come out from Notorious. As I speak about it, Cobra has sadly left the game before nothing has happened, in fact, in the entirety of this match here. So that means there's no harm done, in fact, to anybody or anything. But Maverick is the one being a little no, though, he wants to pick that fight for some reason. Very interesting choice of engagement that I'll still be seeing Point X hold down. He's got a shield to work with as well. Notorious has got himself this little angle that he's working towards, but a Sniper One Candy is the man on the gun. He's going to be making sure that nobody's able to push up that little area. Sakishima got a nice angle being employed, but mind you, the UMP is in from the GOAT, but not the Pulse. That is the Castle being put to use. Sadly, I'm not sure what Never Diamonds is facing today because before the match went live, it was Mojo disconnecting that is playing the Maverick right now. And now the match has gone live. Cobra disconnected. Definitely not having a good day. Never Diamonds, they've got to get their game on point, because if they don't, they might as well be going back to Division 2, and that is definitely a sad note for everybody to keep in mind. Shulker comes up with a little bit of a lifeline use, but he's going to get his HP eaten away oh so much. With the smoke babes coming out, obviously. Not exactly a place you want to be peeking here, but Sam is going to be the one to engage this smoke. Actually, Shulker gets taken out. He's out for the count. And Sam is almost dead as well. That's some amazing smoke plays from Sniper One Candy over here. Still be watching this angle. He's making sure that none of this advantage is given up. But Sakishima, go look at this. A one tap is in, and it's the double kill. He doesn't get the third. The follow-up is not connecting, and the triple kill streak is stopped by Mojo. Maverick, and look at that, some really devious play by that Castle over there. I say devious because obviously that comes the closest that I can say to Demas. We'll be seeing Mojo make his way up on the side of tunnels. He's going to spot the smoke, but the smoke knows exactly where to play. His head does get leaked a little above that little area, but he's going to get relieved of his head. In fact, Sniper One Candy is going to claim his life. Sniper One Candy is going to get claimed by Mojo. In fact, excuse me, I'm having a little bit of a confusion, I believe. We'll still be seeing Maverick push up this tunnel. He's got to find the Jaeger first that is playing. Although Wamai, mind you, Point X playing very close. The Legion is trying to cause a distraction here, but the Wamai, look at that. This crouch key spam is not going to come out in his favor. Mojo's going to get that frag, but he won't be able to survive the wrath of Notorious on the Legion, mind you. The week 1 MVP, that was the Notorious, and now we'll be going into a rehost, I believe. as I will quickly be confirming exactly that. Trios will be into play as we proceed to round 2.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the game between Never Diamonds and Dima's Force. Well, almost back for that matter. We're just waiting on Cobra from the side of Never Diamonds to join into the lobby post to rehost. Of course, the first round went in the favor of Dima's Force on the defense. A very good execute from them, especially the way that the smoke, I believe that was Sniper One Candy, playing inside of Dirt Tunnel with the shield as always, had his canisters do so much damage. An entire operator in the form of a Zofia and doing a ridiculous amount of damage to the health pool of the Thermite as well. Overall, Never Diamonds, of course, they had the disconnect from Cobra, leaving them in a 4 versus 5 early on in the round as well, which wasn't a great situation to be in to begin with. But we are almost back with this match, just waiting on that same man to join into the lobby. With that being said, Foxy, off the back of the round 1 and off the back of both of these teams' illustrious history on Clubhouse, how do you think this match is about to go?
Knowing that Demon's Force has already started this match off in the advantage for them. And more importantly is the fact that Demon's Force loves to play the way they did in the last round. They had the denial coming up, but more importantly, it was the fact that they weak more. A lot, in fact. We did see three people peak the Maverick towards the end of that. And yeah, that's just how they like to play. And it's just been that kind of a play from Deeples first. But Never Diamonds are none the wiser. They might as well pick their pace up. But from at least the way it looks on paper, Demons Force, they don't really have much to lose. You know, even if they happen to lose this match, it will definitely put a dent in the scorecard. It'll push them back maybe by a rank or two. That's still a place that they can just chill out on. The fact that Never Diamonds are the ones who really need to get this victory is because they stand on a really tough spot. That is, they want go stay in Division 1, or else they'll be sent back to Division 2. They have had their fair share of staying in Div 2. In fact, from Season 1 and 2, they've been in Division 2, and finally they had their little breakthrough, made their way to Division 1. It only stands to see if they'll be going back or not. And this is indeed the finale day today and tomorrow. Let's see how that is going to turn out eventually, though. It only stands to see. I'm actually excited for the next match coming up as well. That is going to be Bad Troop Esports versus Level 0. And after that, obviously, the follow-up is going to be Reckoning Esports versus Union Gaming, I believe. Yes, that is one match I personally want to watch. But looks like there's been a stall out. Apparently, the Cobra, that is this, he hasn't really joined back in the lobby. We'll be going with that in just a moment as I'm actually going to cue some elevator music for you guys. I've officially run out of things to talk about.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back with the game between Never Diamonds and Demas Force on the map of Clubhouse, post rehost, of course. We definitely did not attempt to go live with our voices earlier, just a couple of minutes earlier, waiting for Cobra to come back. That definitely, totally did not happen. But we are back with the match on round 2 at second floor CCTV from the side of Demas Force. They do have the bandit in play. There's going to be Sniper 1 Candy this time around. Tsukushima Go's going to be manning the dock. Once again, a man you want to keep your eyes on at almost all times because Senpai comes up with some brilliant plays for sure. And whereas for the side of Never Diamonds, of course, round 1 didn't really go in their favor. Cobra disconnecting early in the round before any operator could be dropped. Leah left Never Diamonds in a 4 versus 5 way too early. And the disadvantage was definitely felt when they needed to make the push happen on towards the defense of Demas Force. So now on round 2 with all the members on board and hopefully no more disconnects, we are going to have a fun match indeed. Never Diamonds have to get their first round on board. Again, this is something we have stressed beforehand with Demas Force and Clubhouse is you do not want to give Demas Force any sort of advantage when you get to round 7 roll swap on Clubhouse. Demas Force on the attack, on pretty much any map really, but Clubhouse especially since they have played a ridiculous amount of matches on this map. On Clubhouse, if Demas Force are even given a 4-2, in some cases a 3-3 scoreline going into roll swap, they will take that and they will completely destroy any defending team post round 7. This has happened before multiple times, and I'm pretty sure Demas Force would like for that to continue to happen. Meanwhile, is it the hatch next to Strip Club? Yes, it is. It's been broken by the Sledge, who has a drone here. All right, Sam with a drone, trying to find where the Valkyrie is playing, and Snow, of course, is aware of that, but no, Sam's going to move away towards the gym bedroom main wall instead, leaving Snow to his devices on the first floor in pool table. And the fact that I was stressing right there, Never Diamonds are going to be very aware of how Demas Force play when it comes to Clubhouse, how aggressive they are, and how they like to take their peaks. And they will be looking, of course, to shut down Demas Force before it can get any worse at all for them. And maybe even keep a lead going into roll swap. If Never Diamonds manage to keep a lead going into roll swap, that will be a good play from them going into attack, as Zofia has already picked up a fight in the meanwhile with the defender sitting below on Garage. Not sure who that is. I think that might be Bandit right now because, of course, the main wall breach has already been done by the Maverick. Mojo, of course, doing his job nice and quickly. Shulker is aware of a defender. Oh, hello, there's a rush into side happening, but the Sledge will be taken down. He's downed, of course, and Mike is going to get the kill on the point X. In the meanwhile, the Jaeger will win against Shulker. That is the Zofia off the board, but Tsukushima Goes gets taken out by Mojo. A jump out happens for Sniper 1 Candy, but he'll be taken out as well. Mojo gets the kill with the pistol as Cobra's going for the plant right now, and the down Sledge has been revived. Notorious was spotted outside, and Snow's coming back in. It's all down to Notorious and Snow, the Valkyrie, and the Jaeger to clutch this out for their team right now, as Demas Force have been caught very much by surprise with a sudden rush towards Cash from the side of Never Diamonds. Shots are being fired as the Jaeger has been spotted right now, but the Valkyrie has made his way quickly into sight inside the CCTV. Is he aware of the Maverick? No, he's not. He'll be taken off the board, and it's all down to the Jaeger. That is Notorious, who's coming up through the metal stairs corridor, and he'll be taken out as well. Never Diamonds will be winning round 2 off the back of a good play from Mojo sitting outside the breach, holding down CCTV, turning this into a kill box, and getting the frags that were required, shutting down Demas Force with the help of his fellow teammates, giving round 2 to the side of Never Diamonds.
That was an amazing read coming in from the side of Never Diamonds. They realized that there's a loophole that the defense is not able. They just don't have enough emphasis in terms of utility over there. What do we do about it? We push it first, and that is what happened. Never Diamonds went for the push in from the construction. They had the choke points, or rather at least the crosses on the choke points established all the way from the main breach. Mind you, they did not even have to go for the garage control because they had to come in with the rotate on towards the construction and eventually go down on the site and get control on Cash. Really well played by Never Diamonds, the attacking team, in fact. We'll be seeing Demas Force come back to the side. Tsukushima Goat is going to be playing Rook quite interestingly. Point X is brought on the Wamai, alright. Notorious will be playing the Legion. That means the push this time around will be a little difficult than usual. We have the GSG and brothers as well. Snow and Sniper 1 Candy, both of them over here. Very interestingly, we'll see how reinforcements come out as Snow has gone a little bit of AFK, I believe. He was indeed talking about being hungry, I believe. That was in the chat before the match started. So maybe he's just grabbing some snacks for himself. That being said, we'll be proceeding to the action phase. Now, Shulker will be bringing out the Zofia card, interestingly. And there's a thing. Trying to get a little bit of a pre-fire, and Mojo is going to tag along Shulker quite a bit. In fact, oh boy, he did happen to hit Point X zone from that drone hole angle. Really well done from Mojo. Looks like that's in a way that's an equalizer in terms of how Shulker happened to lose his HP. Point X lost a little bit of his as well. Shields being positioned and everything being done to perfection, making sure that the defense this time around has a stronghold instead of going for a long roam hold. No, that is something that they don't want to be doing. We'll be seeing Mike come up with a drone from the side of logistics. He's just making sure that there's nobody here to have a challenge with, I believe. But the breach has already happened. The Shulker watching the breach, meanwhile the Thermite will be moving around. I think that is on towards the side of construction because that is what they want to do. Shulker has actually gotten down and out. That's a nice frag coming in from Snow over here. Looks like the Valkyrie was not working out for him, but the Jaeger will definitely win. Samuel gets another frag that's Point X off the board. That was the Wamai that I think that was on site that he lost his life on. Oh yes, look at that. He was on that prone angle that you find yourselves with. But the push from construction is definitely happening, and that is a push that Never Diamonds wants to cut. They want to stick to it. A drone is going to get taken off. Meanwhile, a possible impact trick is coming in from the Thermite. Oh, he's debating it. Oh, he's going to take it out as well, I believe. The exothermic charge is now gone. Means the Sled has to come in for the counter impact trick, as I like to call it, because now no more exothermic charges are left, mind you. Going to come in with the nade, but the ADS is going to catch it out. That's why Sam has to fall back. There's no use of even making that, connecting that nade, in fact. Goat's still playing on this rafters. He's got himself some nice angles outside the breach, but there's just a bait and switch from that Maverick. A little bit of a pre-fire comes in. Notorious is going to be the one to pick up that frag, and Sam will have to make this push happen all by himself. He's the only one playing on the side of, or at least on that side of the attackers, but he's going to take the fall as well. Sam goes down. It's all under Cobra and Mojo. Mojo is going to be downstairs. He's trying to go for that green box nade spot. Not going to connect it. That's only one nade off. Snow meanwhile finds the last, second last attacker at least. Cobra goes down. It's all onto Mojo now in a 1 versus 4. The man will find one. That's your bandit taken out. Sniper 1 Candy takes the fall. Notorious will be farming his Legion Mines, but it looks like possible. No, Snow is just gonna come back. Oh, never mind. Sorry, excuse me about that. We need to open up the statistics of Cobra. I'm sure if you happen to ask stab it, you will be disappointed. We'll be seeing Mojo come in with nothing actually. He's got himself and his team a timeout to make sure that everybody's looking over here. Nobody's actually looking over side of construction. If Mojo had come in here quicker, he could have even walked away with a kill or two more. But anyways, that is not going to be the case, at least as of now. A really good round coming in for the side of Demons Forces. They managed to step back from the deficit that they had over the last round. Having an extensive roam did not work out for them. That is going to give them all the while more freeway to go back to Church and Arsenal room and not gym bedroom, mind you. So that means the plays in terms of how Demons Force likes to win still on. Let's see if they'll be able to take maximum advantage while they stay on defense. And it only stands to see if Never Diamonds are going to do exactly that when the role swap comes into play.
Well, 2-1 is the score line going into round 4 for the side of... Oh, never mind. Tsushima Goat got us bamboozled right there with the sudden pick from the castle into the Caveira out into the Alibi right there. I thought maybe, just maybe, we might see an interrogation from Senpai, but no, not today. As the Alibi is going to be more important, of course, for the bamboozling Prismas that she can bring in for the team. With that being said, round 4 is in play, of course. We're back on Basement Church because enough rounds have passed since this site was won by the side of defense. And of course, that means Demons Force are free to come back here as they have already chosen to do so. Point X and Snow are actually running Wamai and Jaeger, of course. The double denial that Demons Force would like to run quite a bit for that matter. And, you know, understandably so. The double denial operators, Wamai and the Jaeger, they work very well with each other, especially if anyone is familiar. Pretty sure all of our viewers are familiar with the hold on Dark Spot on Cafe Dostoevsky, 3rd floor piano, that is. And the Womai just sits in dark spot behind a shield, a couple of ADSs, 3 or 4 magnets, and that is your piano control established. No attacker can get in there unless they really focus all their flashbangs and all of their throwable utility in that direction. Having a Thatcher, of course, helps secure that push for the attackers, but with a Thatcher ban in play, that push becomes all the more harder. Speaking of harder, there's a hard breach right here from the Thermite on the dirt, the dirt container, entryway that is, creating that entryway for his team as we have vertical lens of sight already being established, at least one from Sam. He waits for the shots to come back towards him as he was looking away for a second, and the smoke is actually going to be popping. A gas canister, he's already done a ton of damage to Cobra, who's thrown a flashbang in retaliation. The hatch is going to be opened by Hibana. Will it? The impact trade will not be denied. Unfortunately, the Alibi didn't even take any damage. Kashima Go doing a great job right there. As another impact might come out. No, it will not. Doesn't look like it. Nope. The hatch will be opened by the Hibana on the second try. No, the third try. All of our Excalibur spells are actually out. That means there were 2 successful impact tricks on the kitchen hatch. Well played to Demas Force for that, wasting attacker utility as much as they can. Although, of course, Cobra the Thermite is still alive with another exothermic charge in his pocket. The slice comes in for the peak, and Senpai will go down. That's unfortunate, but that was a fight Senpai was not going to win right there. And Sam will take that kill very happily. Sniper on Candy. In the meanwhile, he's got a couple of attackers to deal with right now as the flashbang has been caught out. Is he aware that the flash will still flash him? I don't know if he was, but he was flashed right there. Still not pushed into, by the way, because, nope, there we go. That's exactly why you hear the smoke canisters going out in the background. That is exactly why the attackers are afraid to push him. The smoke not only masks where he sits exactly through that thick gas cloud, that is, excuse me, but it also gives him, room to move around and get a frag for himself. With that being said, we are going to see grenades being dropped down the kitchen ash from the looks of things from Sam. But Sniper on Candy's going to find Shulker in the meanwhile. That is the Sophie of the board. Snow in the meanwhile is picking up a fight on the kitchen door. Sniper on Candy finds another one. That's Mojo off the board. That is your Maverick down. And it's all happening here in Dirt Tunnel. Meanwhile, Cobra is still lit up. Oh, the Thermite's actually going to lose that fight against the Jaeger. Snow gets taken down by Mike, who was watching that hallway flank, but not long enough, apparently, to save Cobra the Thermite from getting peaked. It's all done to Mike and Sam in a 2 versus 3 right now against Sniper and Candy, Notorious, and Poindex. They move down the main stairs, watching for glue mines. That's one in the shins. And there we go. The sledge goes down, and so does the Hibana. A quick double kill from Notorious with the peak coming in from Moto. And off the back of the leash and my sound kiss, you just look at, oh, you see the sledge. He even turned around to take out the default camera because they were being spotted. Yes, absolutely wonderful from the side of Demas Force, holding it down to perfection. Even if they lost a couple of bodies, it did not matter because Notorious was there to take out the remaining 2 attackers in quick succession. Round 4 goes to them. 3-1 is the scoreline. There is no longer a chance for Never Diamonds to take the lead here. All they can do, the best they can do, is equalize 3-3 going into the next 2 rounds before roll swap, and we are going to be heading to second floor gym bedroom.
Gym bedroom is going to be the side that will come out from the side of Demas Force. Now they've had a full rotation. In fact, once they have sight on, at least in their victory marks, that is, they haven't still come to the side. This is the first time that we'll be seeing them play on this side in this match. Notorious brings out the deployable cam, making sure that the information trade-off is huge because they don't have any other information trade-off operators, mind you, except for Legion. Yeah, but then again, there's no visual confirmation to what Legion plays. Poindex, though, he's finally brought the Kaid on board, and I think at this point it's become more of a standard ban. The fact that you bring out, you happen to take out Thatcher, and look at this pattern being made on the castle barricade. Usually it's only on one spot, but no, the pattern is obviously going to give away how many punches have been taken as well. Notorious will be going for this spawn peek, at least a bit of a spawn peek onto the main entrance of this entirety of the map. Nothing that he's gotten so far. Let's see how that is going to turn out, though. The fact that Demas Force is sitting 3-1 while they are on defense, I wouldn't really get over too comfortable. I wouldn't really start thinking that Demas Force might walk away with this win because Never Diamonds will also have the roll swap coming in just after this round of 2 rounds, this one and the next one. That means, oh, look at that peek coming in from Shulker. He's going to claim the life of Shima Goat. I think he's going to light up somebody else as well, but no. Meanwhile, Poindex has already come in with an amazing tap, and I believe that was from the construction tunnels. Yes, that was. Notorious wants to counter peek that drone angle, but that does not work the same way you expect it to. And we'll be seeing Snow hold this angle. Be having a little bit of a pre-fire being done, but he does not spot there are attackers on that balcony. I believe that is Sam who's waiting for him to make the wrong peek. Oh, he's gonna almost find his head. In fact, Shulker's got to be careful in terms of who's playing on the side of CCTV, and it comes out. That does not claim anything. The Snow is going to find a kill onto Shulker. That's a nice shot coming in from Snow, in fact. That was right beside the sledge. I could not catch that on the camera. We'll be seeing some frags come out from Sam, nevertheless. In fact, the Kaid charge is what they're trying to get out. They're not able to. That means Cobra and Mike will not be any use for Never Diamonds anymore, as they're not able to get the breach done. We'll see a possible re-engagement from Snow. That is Notorious. He goes for the re-engagement, but he's not going to connect on that. Sniper on Candy's gotten a little too aggressive over here. Wants to find that run out, I believe. He's got to go for the reaction. Meanwhile, Pointex is going to go down. That's a nice try coming in from Cobra. It does equalize the man count, at least in a way. But two of these attackers will be going on the drones. Now, Mike, the only one. Oh boy, look at that angle being employed by Snow. He's going to find a frag. There's another attacker right outside that breach or the doorway as well. That's going to be Cobra. Mike is waiting on the top of logistics, and a possible runout is in play as well. I believe that Sniper on Candy wants to go for it, but he's not done that so far. Snow and Sniper on Candy playing awfully too close, in fact, to each other, establishing a cross point, while Notorious is the one to give them all the while more support as we see the castle being overhealed. A little bit of distraction comes in that is going to draw attention from the Thermite, and that is a perfect opportunity for the castle to move in, but he's going to get baited out, and that's 2 frags on board. Mind you, 1 only, because Snow is going to be winning that other fight that happened in the vicinity. He's going to win this one as well. A quad kill from Snow comes in from this round. That's the Jaeger that we'll all love to see. Putting those bullets straight up through the enemies with the carbine. Really well played by Snow. As Demon's Force walk away with another round. Round 6 will be underway. It's still in their favor. 4-1. Let's see who's going to be taking the advantage, right? Will we see Never Diamonds put another round on board? Will it be 4-2 as we go to roll swap, or will we see Never Diamonds take a distinctive lead to Never Diamonds today? Because, mind you, Never Diamonds, everything is at stake for them right now. They've got to perform, or else they go back to Division 2.
Oh boy, this match is certainly going to have a lot of questions for Never Diamonds, more so than Demon's Force, although Demon's Force do still have a few questions and answers of their own. Sniper and Candy is going to be going out of the Valkyrie into the Bandit, and Gridlock is going to be brought in by Mike out of the Hibana, choosing the Track Stingers over the X-Kairos pellets, and a little bit of soft breach of with the Super Shorty that Gridlock brings with her, of course. Kishima Goat is back on the Rook once again. Looks like he wants his teammates to have that little bit of a damage reduction multiplier that the Rook armor plates bring in. And of course, they're always useful. They always pretty much save you for most armor cases 1 bullet. For 1 armors, though, not exactly a great damage reduction multiplier, to say the least. But even then, a little bit of damage saved is a little bit more health saved, and a little bit more health saved is a little longer lived in Rainbow Six Siege. And, as long as you can stay alive, you can get kills for your team, and the more kills you get... Okay, I'm getting way too philosophical here, but the point is, Rook armors allow defenders to live longer, and if they're able to live longer, they'll be able to frag out even better, and, secure the round for the side of the defenders. Oh, no, however... 1 wall was left unreinforced from the side of Demon's Force on the main CCTV wall right there. That's unfortunate. That is a huge misplay from the side of DF, and that is going to give away a free soft breach to the side of Never Diamonds. I'm pretty sure there may have been a miscalculation in terms of who has how many reinforcements, as we see 1 more going off towards the side of construction, I believe that is. Demon's Force with a bit of a misplay to start things off. That is, of course, blown sight wide open. That is CCTV sight wide open to the side of Never Diamonds to peek, as the Jaeger has been spotted inside of stocks. In the meanwhile, the call-out has gone to the side of Never Diamonds. They know that there's someone down there. In the meanwhile, Sam is going to make his way quickly through bedroom towards construction, as things aren't exactly looking at their top for DF in this round. There's a lot of barricades for them to go through, and oh, Snow takes so much damage from Mojo. Unfortunately, Mojo will not be taking that kill anytime soon, as Snow decides to drop down to Oil Pit all the way down to basement. Meanwhile, we do have Sniper and Candy, the bandit, sitting below on Garage. He's going to be taking a fight with Zofia anytime now, whilst Kishima God is watching the soft breach on the main wall. Shots being fired from below by the Zofia. Will he find one? Yes, he will. That is the Legion on the board. An unfortunate peek from Notorious. He did not need to go for that. Is going to give the life of the Legion to the side of Demon's Force. Excuse me, to the side of Never Diamonds. That, of course, makes it a 4 versus 5 in favor of the attacking team. And, of course, with Snow so low on HP, he could be taken out of the board any second now without doing any damage as well. In the last round, Snow was instrumental to the peaks that DF were pulling out, but not this time, maybe not yet. Bandit went for a bit of a bait play there with the Maverick, of course, thinking that there's nobody close to him. He's got to be careful though, because the Snow, that is Jaeger. Oh, he peeks away at the right. He peeks away just then, and if the Maverick was happened to hear that, of course, that will give away the position of the Jaeger. As Cobra's actually going for the plant in the meanwhile, that is very interesting. The plant is happening inside of Cash. The push in Cash has already happened, and Demon's Force have been caught unawares again. As Mike is going to find Kishima, there goes Snow as well, and there goes Poindex. It's a 5 versus 1 very suddenly, all down to Sniper One Candy, and I don't think he has any idea where these attackers are. No, he's going to be shot at by 3 attackers from 3 different angles, and that is going to give the round in favor of Never Diamonds. Once again, the Cash hold turns out to be the kryptonite, if you will, of Demon's Force on the defense, and that gives away the 6th round to them. And that, of course, means that we're going to have a 4-2 scoreline. Better for Never Diamonds, going into roll swap with 4-2. Obviously, a better situation than 5-1 would have been, obviously. But now, here comes the kicker. We have Demon's Force on the attack. Never Diamonds on Clubhouse defense are very good. Don't get me wrong. They are very, very good here. But Demon's Force's attack is a force to be feared. That being said, round 7 will be underway, and we are going to be going to second floor gym bedroom right off the bat.
We will be up and running with the roll swap. Like I said, you don't want to get a little comfortable. It's definitely something that Never Diamonds can walk away from. Now that they're on defense, they'll be choosing the first side. That is going to be gym and bedroom. Shulker comes up with a Legion. Oh, wait a minute. I happen to see that, the animation glitch on the Goyo while he was trying to pull out the shield. It looked like he's pulling it out of his mouth. Anyways, Mojo comes up with the castle pick as well. Very interesting. But castle, I cannot stress this enough, is very, very influential operator now. At some point in this game, once that meta happens to saturate, it's going to be a place where castle bans will come up as well. The man has three metallic barricades. Like, that's huge. That's huge for channelizing the attackers. He had a super shotty for so much more work that he can do with. Definitely UMP, let's just not discuss about that. But now he even has a proximity sensor. So much utility on one man. Just like the meta starting to saturate somewhere around Wamai, it's gonna come down to castle soon as well. Let's see how that is going to be though. But I, for one, would love to see how the teams like to play Ace.
Oh yes.
In competitive, it's going to turn things around. I believe not many people would like to pick him, but that is definitely going to be a pick coming up in case there are multiple hard breacher bans, and that happens to be on maps like sometimes like Willa, sometimes like Border. It's a little situational. Well, and it's a little too specific as well, to be very honest. It depends on a comfortability factor of a team as well. But coming back to this match here, Cobra, he'll be watching this a little angle. Oh, all right, Mojo's going to find a frag already. Snow goes down. As oh wait, a push has already happened on the side. Notorious is going to find a frag. He doesn't know what the smoke is playing, and that is why the sprint is going to get caught off. Mike is the one getting that frag. Nice one-tap opportunity missed by Sam over there. He's got the shield to work with, at least as of now. He's going to use that. Be in a safe side. Simon Goat is going to be waiting on some drone works. Actually, now that I look at it, the 3 hard breachers from the side of the attack are the ones alive. They'll be waiting for any push that they're intending to make happen. Sniper One Candy gets the wall breach inside. There's no bandit to go for the bandit trick. Usually we see that come up, but actually there's no terms of denial at all that Never Diamonds is brought on board. That is why Mike has to fall back. There is support coming in from the side of logistics at shop as well. I believe that is Cobra playing. No, Cobra is playing very close to the bedroom. That is Sam playing over there. No, look at that. Hallway push will get noticed out by him. Shulker will be applying the long angle. Meanwhile, as it is coming down to a setup where they essentially need to take gunfights, and they intend to do that. Kishima Goat has pushed in. He does not know where these defenders are. There's not enough drone work being done, but Poindex is actually going for the plan that is going to get a bad spot caught up. Sniper 1 Candy comes in with the wall. He's going to find a frag, but he's going to turn his face away, at least as of now. But the frag is right in. Oh, look at this Tsushima Goat on a very influential play, but it won't matter. But there's another defender waiting right around the corner. But I believe that was Mike. Oh, no, there was Shulker. There we go. He's going to get that frag onto Hibana and the one onto the Thermite as well. A good attempt from Demon's Force, but this is where they lack, man. This is where they cannot make things happen. If they go a little too frag heavy, Never Diamonds is going to have themselves a setup specifically to counter exactly that. 3 to 4, not looking bad. It could be anybody's game right now. Let's see what round 8 brings us.
Absolutely, well said, Foxy. You know, there's, I mean, of course, we specified how, you know, amazing, the side of the Demon's Force is on attack. We've seen this before from them, but then again, there is a point where, you know, they can get over-aggressive, shall we say. And that was, of course, exactly the reason why they were taken completely off the board from the side of Never Diamonds. They had a good setup to stop a sort of a rush through the windows from the side of Demon's Force, and even when they lost a couple of bodies, they were unfazed, they were cool, and they got the kills when it mattered the most. That, of course, gave them the round, which is round 7 in favor of them. And as we have a quick look at the scoreboard, actually, from the side of Never Diamonds, of course, 6 and 7 kills to Mike and Mojo, respectively. 4 and 4 share between Sam and Shulk, and Mojo, Cobra, sitting with one more, playing more support so far than actual frag heavy. But with the Jaeger in hand on defense right now, there's only been one round since Never Diamonds moved to defense, of course. So with the Jaeger in hand, he'll probably be bagging a few more kills for himself as the rounds move on. Of course, once again, Never Diamonds definitely really need to win this match in order to have a chance at staying in Division 1, that is, of course. Having struggled for a couple of seasons to get here, they do not want to lose the spot whatsoever, and their play today has been indicative of that as well. And with that being said, of course, Demon's Force would like to improve their position in the league standings right now in Division 1 as well. So, you know, there's a fight to be had here, and it looks like it might be a very close fight indeed between both of these teams, as we have Capital already inside of Jim, as far as I'm aware. We did see him get in there nice and quickly. Mojo is holding down the drone hole of the dirt tunnel entryway, as Kishimago is going to make his way in towards the garage. Not really sure what he's doing outside the building, but Snow in the meanwhile puts down a claymore outside of the first floor bathroom. He's going to sit there for the time being. There is a defender sitting on top of metal stairs. I'm not sure if Notorious is aware. He's just sort of running all over the place. He's looking into garage as well. The shots give his position, and there we go. A lack of intel gives Cobra a very easy kill as well, but it's going to be fired on by 2 attackers, and that's the refrag in from Point X, the Maverick, sitting inside of Stocks. Notorious caught out far too early, and that's the Capital, mind you. Him going down like that is not at all required for the side of Demon's Force. A huge lack of droning and intel on that particular area of the map is what gave away the life of the Capital, unfortunately, as Snow spotted the Kaid, but obviously couldn't go for the shot right there. Shots fired by the Wamai from all the way inside of boxes, and oh, what a connect from onto Sam, from the Zofia, but the refrag is in from Shulker. The Legion going hard on that peak right there, getting the kill on to the Zofia. 2 attackers lost, although Snow situation was a little bit more understandable in this case, as Kishimago, the Thermite, has made his way in towards, oh, he's finding the kill actually onto Shulker. That's the Legion, that's the refrag for the kill of Zofia earlier. He might be able to go for the breach, the hard breach onto the wall of Basement Church, and looks like he's already doing that, as that is heard out by the defenders. Of course, shots are going to be fired in this general direction, as Mike has made his way towards blue. He's got the shotgun in and makes a breach to be able to throw his canisters properly, All attackers looks like they have made their way towards Moto, and there is actually one up here, and he will find, that's Kishimago. He's going to find Mojo, leaving the smoke Mike in a 1 versus 3. The peaks are going to come in. That's the Hibana trying to go for it, as Point X is going to be going for the plant in the meanwhile. And there we go. Demon's Force are going to find the remaining defender. That's Sniper 1 Candy, with the kill onto the smoke. And that is going to give them a round they not so desperately needed, but they definitely really wanted this round. Round 8 goes to them, increasing their lead back to a 2-round lead. 5-3 is the scoreline going into round 9.
Well, looks like Demon's Force are 1 round away from taking this to match point. Let's see if they'll be able to do that or not. The match actually has gotten me off my feet right now, because I was expecting Never Diamonds to come up with an equalizer. Just how it looks on paper. There's always such a differential when it comes to going in game. Mojo is going to come up with a 6-pick from the Mai onto the Valkyrie. It looks like they want more intel to work with. They're not able to spot out where exactly the attackers are channelizing from. They want to make sure that they have that intel on their hands to make that a conversion as well. Let's see how that is going to turn out eventually. We'll find that out in this match once again. Never Diamonds will be going downstairs. Church and Arsenal room defense comes up from them as I believe that is essentially what they want to do right now. Yeah. I could have gone to the side of CCTV as well, but at least in my book, CCTV happens to be the weakest sites in the three that you have, either gym, bedroom, Arsenal, church, and CCTV. Yeah, definitely that is indeed the weakest site. Yeah, that out of the way, we'll be seeing Cobra come out once again with the Jaeger. Now that I think about it, we have a Cobra in Division 1. We have a Viper in Division 2. Do we have any other snake species on Division 3? I don't know. I'm actually that is a legit question. In fact, not because the last time I remember we had a Cyan in every single division. Division 3 had a Cyanogen. Division 2 had a Super Cyan. Division 1 had Vector Sports, the Cyan. So yeah, but yeah. Anyways, lame jokes apart, we'll be back and running in this match. Shulker will be watching this. I'll be holding on construction. I believe he's waiting for a peek from the captain to happen. Natolis is the one who will be completely ignoring Shulker. Oh, he's finally heard him out. Now that is going to draw some attention. Shulker with that shots coming in is definitely going to draw some attention. And more than that, it's going to be an essential push to flush out these roamers that are playing above. It's Cobra and Shulker. They've got to make sure that they bring in the play that is very necessary for them. Well, let's see how that is going to turn out. Let's get droned out. He's not yet though. The Valkyrie camps, and there you go. This is really working out well in terms of how it looks like. It only come down to them winning these gunfights. That is. Never Diamonds, they have not only managed to come up with a role play, but they've also come in with a preparation. Like I said, it's not going to matter if they don't win those gunfights. Noah's going to take down Shulker very quickly, and really well done. Let's see if the cleanup comes up on the side of the Jaeger as well. Cobra will be watching this little angle that he's got for himself. The bullet holes, the meta, dude. It's the way it's changed. I definitely don't like playing this version of the game. There's so many shields. There's always so many bullet holes. It's too much of work, man. Come on. Well,
Utility Simulation 100, I should say.
Indeed. Utility simulation, but looks like Demon's Force is having more of a Call of Duty gun game simulation over here. They're going to gun down two of those roamers. Legion goes out, and so does the Jaeger. Breaches having perfection the way they wanted to, but Notorious is the one awfully close. Oh, look at that. Oh, very nice snake and stun, except for the fact that there's a Capita right in front of them that they could have blinded as their own teammate, though, mind you. A rush will be prevented with that reinforcement on the deep arsenal, but that's still an angle that the Kaid can use for himself. Mike will be watching that angle from Church, and Sam is all the way inside deep arsenal. But Poindex with that amazing nade skill is going to get a frag with his frag grenade. A bit of a pre-fire being done here. The MPX and the Angel G is all that is left for the Savage defense to make this conversion happen. A little bit of a breach that has happened on top, and it's all down to Sam now in a 1 versus 5 ace clutch situation. The man, can he find even one kill? I doubt so, because there's a really bad situation that he can walk out from. He does find the Capita, but Sniper 1 Candy is here with a quick headshot to dispatch the last living defender. That takes Demon's Force to match point.
Well done. Demon's Force on to match point in round 10. Round 9 going to them very emphatically indeed. And now the scoreline 6-3. And if Never Diamonds are to somehow make some sort of a comeback here, they will need to push for overtime. They need to win 3 rounds back-to-back, rounds 10, 11, and 12, to get to, of course, their current goal, which is overtime. But we're going to be headed to second floor CCTV first and foremost in round 10, as Notorious is going to go out of the Capitao into the Sledge, and Mojo out of the Valkyrie into the Womai, bringing in the double denial alongside, of course, Cobra. Right now, as things stand, Demon's Force are definitely looking good to take the match in its entirety. But again, you can never quite count out Never Diamonds, especially a team that, I mean, not just speaking for Never Diamonds, of course, you can never count out a team that has an entire division spot to lose. They will be fighting their hardest, and they will definitely be trying to keep themselves alive here in Division 1 of the W Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege going into Season 4. Of course, there is one whole extra day of play days before Division 1 wraps up for Season 3, and that is tomorrow. So that should be very exciting indeed as we go into the weekend with Division 3, I believe that is, which is also going to be pretty exciting. Sam with a successful, I believe, Kaid placement, Electroclaw onto one of the garage walls. There is no bandit, mind you, so the other double wall of garages is going to be left unelectrified for the time being. Of course, Poindex is playing the Maverick, so he can just outright bypass both Kaid and Bandit regardless. He could be C4. We have seen some beautiful C4s onto Mavericks doing the half-wall tricks. I believe that was in Division 2 earlier this week. And they were pretty funny to see, as Ibana's going to go for a little bit of a breach, a line of sight on towards Catwalk on that unelectrified side of the garage walls. Sam with a good angle, a really tiny angle, down from the hatch onto stage and main door. And there's an attacker in that vicinity. I don't think he knows that the hatch is open. And even if he does, I don't think he knows that there is a Kaid prone right there. Meanwhile, Hibana's going to go for a full breach right there onto the garage wall as he gets taken out. Oh, the Jaeger gets taken out. That is Sniper on Candy. From the other side, makes the breach, goes to the garage door, and says goodbye, Jaeger. That is Cobra of the board. My Magnets are catching even more utility from the side of the attackers as the flashbangs are being thrown in. That's 2 right there. But no, Mojo will find Sniper on Candy despite being flashed, and Sniper was just busy throwing flashbangs left, right, and center. Meanwhile, you have Sledge right below the garage catwalk stairs. He could go for this. He's going to take out a one magnet, give away his position, throws a frag grenade, but now he knows that there is, in fact, an ADS. His second grenade will not be eaten up by an ADS, in fact, but the explosion will be nowhere near where the Wamai is currently sitting. He's requesting help right now. A little bit of backup would be nice. It is a 4 versus 4, though. Poindex throws his grenade in towards the shield that we were looking at just a second ago. I don't know if that's broken, though, as a smoke canister comes out from the smoke. And concussive Gushmuts come out from the Zofia. That's 1 kill for Kishima Goat. Meanwhile, ooh, he's going to find another one. What a shot onto Mike, but he runs right into the smoke, gives himself away, and that is Kishima Goat down, and there goes the Sledge as well. It's a 2v2. Sam with a beautiful shot on to Notorious. Choco and Sam are up against Snow and Poindex. Poindex goes down, actually. It's all down to Snow in a 1 versus 2. The Zofia all alone inside of CCTV. Will he find even one? He's pre-firing the Legion. Will he see him? Yes, he will. But no, the Kaid is here from the back to get the kill. And Sam, with the cover for his friend, will give round 10 to the side of Never Diamonds. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're here for. 6-4 is the scoreline. Never Diamonds, they've just won a round. Can they win 2 more?
That is indeed the question that everybody must be asking themselves right now. And so does Never Diamonds. They have to put 2 more on board. I've already specified the fact that how important this victory for Never Diamonds is. They need so bad to make this play happen. They want to win this match very badly if they want to survive in Division 1. Mind you, this is only the finale day 1 of Division 1. We have another day coming up tomorrow as well. But you need at least 2 more victories for getting that little bit of a safe spot for yourselves. Let's see how that is going to turn out, though. We'll be seeing the match start off over here, and yes, it will. Yep, there we go. Cobra will be coming up with the reinforcements and extended room that he wants to bring out. And gym bedroom is going to be the site once again. And quite interesting, the Goyo shield being placed in that doorway and not towards the angles that usually open up on the other side. That is towards construction, etc., etc. Let's see how that is going to be or not. Shulker comes in with a little bit of an impact rotation, mind you. Excuse me. It's just that when I happen to use the word impact, there's usually a trick followed with it. We'll be seeing Cobra make his way back into cash as well. He's just got to be a little more comfortable in terms of how he's playing so far. Let's see what would be. With that being said, at the scoreboard, Cobra has had not a great day. In fact, everybody else has been fragging their brains out. Sam has been on the top of the scoreboard as well. Obviously, with that last round's play is definitely something that he deserves to be there. Snow, just doing Snow things. I mean, he's been doing that for quite a long time now. The man has definitely been fragging his brains out since this entirety of the league has started. And now that I think about it, we still have 2 entire seasons to go with. We're not even we're not even done yet. It's like we just happened to cross the halfway mark, and I don't know. It's just Snow is gonna get down, I believe, from somewhere, and Cobra is gonna get notorious. Oh boy, this is not looking good for Demon's Force. They have found themselves on a massive disadvantage, and once again, it's looking like a repeat of what happened previously when Never Diamonds happened to go to gym. Is the fact that it's all the hard breaches left alive with nothing to do and no map control being established for them. Oh boy, this did turn out in the favor of Never Diamonds massively, and look at that, Never Diamonds find themselves on the other end of making a throw on Clubhouse. They happen to make this comeback happen. We'll be seeing a breach happen on the other side of the map. That is on the side of CCTV. And looks like Maverick will be going in for that peak anytime soon. Now he's got one more nade in his back pocket to work with. But something that he cannot work with is that a main breach on the jacuzzi wall to still let happen. Poindex will be holding down with a little bit of a drone work being done. In fact, and I think Demon's Force at this point, they've realized the fact that they have to bring in some frags. Because if they don't, it's not essentially a place that they can walk out from. Maverick making his way inside CCTV. Sniper One Candy will be outside the windows to make sure no aggression is being offered to them. And a breach is going on in the main wall as well. But the Legion comes in with a little bit of a aggressive peek. He's going to get caught out. The nade goes out as well, but nothing could work. Legion has made a safe haven and safe passage back through the metal stairs all the way downstairs. He's gone and he won't be re-engaging anytime soon now. But here's Cobra re-engaging. He's going to get taken out. Like I said, Poindex comes alive with his gun, though. A quick headshot is going to do the job, at least for him right now. We'll be seeing a possible peek coming out from Mojo as well. He's running the TCSG, though, mind you. He's got to make sure he connects all of his bullets there, I believe, as the push from the Legion has not really happened. 20 seconds left, and the kills coming alive. Definitely Sam goes down, and the drop down comes in. It's all under the Hibana. She's going to get to a frag. Does she get 2 more is the real question. She doesn't even find one because she's going to get taken out by the Koyo shield, and Mojo with the powerful position that he was playing on gets a frag from onto logistics towards construction, and that is how pro plays. Really well done, good use of utility, and Never Diamonds are coming oh so close to making this match all the world more exciting and taking us to overtime.
Round 12, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in round 12 between Never Diamonds and, of course, Demon's Force, as this match has gone to the point where, at this point, I'm not even sure who's about to win. It could be anybody. It is the round of ones, as they say. One round for the side of Demon's Force to win, and one round for the side of Never Diamonds to equalize and push for overtime. These next 4 minutes are going to be what decides which team goes home, or which team gets a point and gives themselves a fighting chance to stay in Division 1, or, which team just stays in Division 1 anyway, and the other team gets relegated back. As once again, as is standard with Basement Church of Clubhouse, we've got the sound bug, and it's a harmless little sound bug. Really, all it does is, you can still hear voice lines, and you can still hear wood like panels and soft walls being broken, but outside of that, no sounds at all. And gunshot sounds in the meanwhile. But outside of that, footstep sounds somehow get muted for whatever reason, and the ambience of Clubhouse also gets completely muted. Looks like Shulker really does not like these mounted guns. These props here. He's taking even the stands out of the walls. Okay, interesting show of I don't like guns from Shulker. Using a gun, ironically enough, of course. As the Mojo is going to be setting up cameras on the first floor. One inside of lounge, one inside of bar. He's going to pull back for the time being with the third in his pocket. No, I think he wants to set the third up in kitchen. Nope, no camera set up on kitchen. The third one's going to go just by the stairs door. He's also requesting a bit of a breach be made on the top of the wall facing the corridor from inside of Deep Arsenal. And of course, the impact trick area that should have been set up. I believe. I don't think they want to go for the impact trick though, because with the Thatcher ban in place, Kaid can worry less about his Electro Claws. He definitely still has to worry about them should they be taken out. But the way he set them up, right inside of the reinforced hatch, like in the inner area of it, of course. Yeah, he does not have to worry about his Electro Claw being taken out, and the side of Demon Force, however, have to worry about how they're going to get these hatches breached, because one Electro Claw is on the wall, on the hatch of Kitchen, the other one's on Motor Hatch. That is going to deny a lot of area that Demon Force could otherwise have used for themselves had the Thatcher been banned earlier on. Meanwhile, we've got vertical lines of sight being established by, I believe that wasn't Zofia. She still has both of her impacts. She's gonna drone down the main stairs with an enemy. That is Notorious with the shotgun on the Jackal. He sees a defender's footsteps. He's gonna scan them. That is Valkyrie right there. In the meanwhile, Maverick is going for a breach somewhere. I can hear his blowtorch going off as the Valkyrie will be fired at, but no, only a little bit of connection happens. And there we go. Actually, I forgot that the Maverick is on board from the side of Demon's Force. He is going to be busy breaching the motor hatch in the meanwhile. I think he's got it. That is going to be a big, important hatch. And oh, the shots are fired, and the kill is confirmed by Notorious from above. What a play by the Jackal, using a shotgun to breach some vertical lines of sight for himself as the canister comes out from smoke. And that is going to do a little bit of damage to Snow. Meanwhile, smoke grenades are coming out from the side of the Jackal to mask the approach of Tsushima Goat. And he's going to go for the breach on the basement main wall as Sniper 1 Kent is going to get taken. Shulker, but he gets taken down as well by Cobra. The Kaid goes down inside his side. Lots of bodies being dropped as Cobra drops Snow in the meanwhile. But Notorious took down Mike. Actually, it's all down to Cobra in a 1 versus 3. And he'll be taken out from inside of Dirt as well. All right, a quick set of kills from the side of Demon's Force, not even caring for the fact that Kitchen Hatch would not be breached. They just went for the push towards Moto Hatch and the main breach of Basement Church. And that, of course, gives them round 12. And unfortunate for Never Diamonds and all of their fans in chat, but no overtime comeback is going to be coming out from them today. Demon's Force win round 12, and the map of Clubhouse, goes to them 7-5. Right. So, a little bit of a bad news for all of our viewers at home. Bad Trip Esports versus Level 0 Esports, which was supposed to happen right after this, has been forfeited by Bad Trip Esports, as far as I'm hearing from the admins, which is very unfortunate. But, of course, that's just something that cannot be avoided. Apparently, they had power cut issues. But not to fear, because we have another big game in its place coming up for all of our viewers at home. That's right, Union Gaming versus Reckoning Esports is going to be coming up to your screens very shortly. A match that is very exciting indeed, because both these teams have been undefeated so far in Division 1. One of these teams is going to have to take a loss today, and their impeccable record put a dent upon. Who will that be? We will see on the other side of the short break. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with AC Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I'm your host Blackjack, and joining me is my co-host Hammond Fox as we are here for the second game of the first finale day of Division 1. Unit Gaming are going to be taking on Reckoning Esports, and this game is going to be very exciting indeed because, as I pull up the standings right here, both Reckoning Esports and Union Gaming have been undefeated as of the end of week 2. 5 wins to Reckoning Esports, while 4 to Union Gaming. There's been a match discrepancy right there, but this match right here is going to decide which undefeated track, which lossless track for which team is going to have that blemish in it. Foxy, how do you feel about this match we've got on hand?
I feel amazingly excited because not only the match is between both of these teams who have been unbeatable so far. Mind you, Reckoning Esports has played one match more than Union Gaming because that's how the round robin table works. In a group stage, that's how it's done. Sometimes in some weeks, there's got to be that up and down, but now Union Gaming will have a chance to cover that up since every single team will get to play equal number of matches, but the one who happens to be the victor on top of it all will be the one to take it all as well. Reckoning Esports right now, they have a 5-5, just like you said, Blackjack. 5 wins out of the 5 matches that they played, and so does Union Gaming. 4 wins out of the 4 matches that they played. Reckoning, obviously, they sit on 15 points, while as Union Gaming sit on 12. This will be the match indeed that happens to be the decider on who will be the victor, going ahead and beating somebody else's win streak. Will Reckoning be the one to take the fall for it? Will they be the one to not be able to stand up against what Union Gaming brings to them? Or will we see Union Gaming be the one take the fall against what Reckoning is trying to beat them at? This is definitely going to be an interesting match because this will also decide the top 2 of the entirety of the league. In fact, the top 2, mind you, of the entirety of the Division 1 Tier 1 table here for the WE Back the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League, as we've got some confirmations from the players already in, but we're waiting on our last connection from the side of Reckoning Esports. We'll be going into the match in just a moment, mind you. Let's take a quick look at the stats as well. Meanwhile, the week 1 MVPs, both these teams have been amazing, so that also puts them on the board for the MVP standings. So week 1, we did see Beat come out along with Vortex in the week 1 MVP standings, and I just took a quick look here, just a moment, guys. And there we go. Yes, Vortex was leading with a frag count of 26, mind you. Vortex back in week 1 had the highest kills in the entirety of Division 1 with KD ratio of 1.7. And from Union Gaming, it was Beat, who happened to be on the 4th spot for the MVP standings in week 1. Man has amounted to 21 kills, a little shy of what Vortex had. And the KD ratio for himself was 1.4. But now with the week 2, so many things have changed around, and that has obviously caused a change and upshift in the MVP standings as well. Ghosty is the one taking over the MVP leaderboard for week 2. That is with 40 frags on the board and the KD ratio of 1.7. While we have Sparko from Saudi Union Gaming, he's had a step up and he's sitting on the 5th spot. But definitely all that is bound to change as well as we're proceeding to the finale day. Last 2 finale days, in fact, that is today and tomorrow. Let's see on how that is going to be. Only seeing Reckoning Esports, still waiting on that little information from them, as we will be going into this match just a moment. Blackjack, meanwhile, any thoughts you want to give about how Border is a map where we'll be seeing Union Gaming and Reckoning Esports fight against each other?
Well, Border as a map, Foxy, is one of those weird maps, where we say that Borders can actually be an attacker-sided map. It is in certain occasions, but then you have matches where defending teams absolutely demolish attacking teams on Border, which is, again, not unexpected, mind you, as we have mentioned before that Border it can be an attacker-sided map, but for the most part, it is a map that tends to swing a little wildly. And that is, of course, going to be interesting to see, as both of these teams are very good, not just on attack, but also on defense. And seeing them go head-to-head with each other, against each other for that matter, on this match in Division 1 is going to be very exciting indeed. Just waiting on the last player from the side of Reckoning Esports. They really are making us wait, aren't they? But, of course, that is all in good faith, as the match to be had is going to very much be worth it. As yep, just gonna sit here and wait for the time being. I'm running out of things to say right here. Um,
I know
I did.
exactly how that feels, Black Jack. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I did get a new set of spectacles today, right?
Uh-huh.
I had the checkup the other day, and my eyes are just sort of adjusting. I That's why like I've had a little trouble finding all of the things in the UI, all of the names and whatnot, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just when you get the new spectacles and then your eyes have to adjust, they have to sharpen, and everything looks like super sharp. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully that goes away by the second stream of the night, but that should be.
Right.
That's just a little bit of thing, like personal thing. We're just
In
at this
fact,
point we're just
I've
stalling for
actually
time.
ordered some spectacles for myself, and
Is
I
that
haven't
so?
really received them yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting on them. I'm really waiting so that I can see my real life in with a little more high definition, definitely. But yeah, that is something that I'm still waiting on. Let's see when they happen to arrive. I will also be maybe then I'll be able to play my placement matches better. I mean, so far I've had an um, amazing losing streak. In fact, yeah,
Oh, rest
that
in
is what I've had.
peace.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyways, we will be seeing ourselves going to this match in just, and I'm actually calling the last player of Reckoning myself right now
Oh,
as
there we
he
go.
has joined up in the lobby and the R has been dropped from the side of Reckoning as well. We'll be taking a confirmation from UG as we'll be up and running in this match right now. On border, Reckoning Esports facing off Union Gaming, mind you, the top two in the leaderboard right now. That is first on Reckoning Esports, and the second is Union Gaming. Who will be the victor of this? It only stands to see. This match is going to be the decider of that. Reckoning Esports comes up with the first ban. The defensive team that is they'll be starting off on, mind you. That means they'll have all the while more room to work around with. And more than that, it's going to be to and fro in terms of how they intend to go ahead with this defense. Let's see how that is going to work out, though. First man, Montaigne comes out. Very interesting. Looks like Union Gaming has had some Monty plays apparently. I'm not aware of those, but yeah, definitely. We'll be seeing another ban come out from the side of Union Gaming, and that is going to be the Hibana being banned. Quite interesting. As will be Blackjack, would you please take the mic as I fix something on the side of technical side here?
Absolutely, Foxy. The second man from the side of Union Gaming is going to be the Hibana. That's one hard breacher down. And looks like Union Gaming is probably going to be relying more on the Thermite over the Hibana, just getting her out of the way nice and quickly. They probably don't want to play against her when Reckoning go into the attack. And their defender ban is going to be Mira, and Reckoning with a quick decision to ban the Valkyrie. Again, these defenders, of course, we've seen them be banned on quite a few maps. Mira definitely more so than Valkyrie. And should be very interesting to see how both these teams play around these operators. Of course, the ban phase, it actually has a little bit more significance than a lot of people in, say, online, like ranked leagues and whatnot, give it credit for. Because when it comes to competitive, when you know your enemy, as they say, the bans, they become a lot more interesting. For instance, when Ninja Freak is in play for whatever team is playing on, shield ops get banned. When Kishima Goat from Divas Force is in the match in the lobby, you get the blitz bans, you get the pulse bans. Regardless of the map in play, you know that man is going to be playing those operators, and you don't want him to completely demolish you, give him a little bit of a tough time. But with that being said, of course, with the Monty ban in place from the side of Reckoning Esports on the defense right here, the East Archive push, the rush plant as they say, probably won't be in happening. That is from the side of Union Gaming. They do still have the Ying and a Amaru. All right, Sparko is actually the man playing the Amaru right there. I just noticed that. That should be very interesting indeed, because Amaru, with her recent buffs, especially the two buffs that really matter are the fact that she doesn't break a barricade immediately while using her Gara hook on it. She breaks it when she actually gets to the barricade, which gives her that extra element of surprise. And the second buff she received was, of course, the fact that she draws her weapon out much faster when after going through a window or a hatch, which has, of course, helped her become a little bit more viable when it comes to ranked Maybe less so in terms of competitive. Again, Amaru is more of a one-trick pony in competitive. You can't really do a whole lot with her, with the way her gadget works. But with her in play already in round one, it should be interesting to see how Sparko puts her to use. Of course, we did see the an Amaru be used to go up the piano hash, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, in Cafe Dostoevsky a few days ago to go for a rush plant into sight towards the couch area of a second floor console. That was definitely a very interesting play for that matter, as we already have two operators sitting. Oh, okay, it is actually an East Archives plant from the looks of things. Beat is with the man with the diffuser sitting on the door on the balcony right there, and the AC vents window has been taken hold of, and there we go, the shots are fired. The Ying is aware of position, so does the Nomad, and Rats is going to find one. That's EX7 on the board, but the Candelas are in. As Sparko finds one, Vortex finds Sparko in return. The Candelas are coming up, the smokes are in, the Gore Shield should claim the life of the Ying. There we go. Ghosty is going to take a Jittery in the meanwhile. It's all down to a 2 versus 4 right now, but the plan is off from Beat. The rush plant is secured, but with so little manpower left on their end, will UG be able to hold this down? Good use of the Ying. Not quite amazing use of the Amaru, as a flashbang is going to find Ghost. In the meanwhile, no shots are confirmed, but Vortex is going to find the kill onto Poseidon, and it's all down to Beat to try and do something, but he won't be able to, and the 4 remaining defenders are going to completely demolish the remaining Nomad, and as the counter defuse goes off from Vortex, Reckoning Esports with a great hold onto this East Archives rush will win round 1. Well then, yeah, the East Archives plant, yeah, without a Monty, does not look like a plant, you know, you might want to go for. Curiously enough, speaking of East Archives rush plant, you know, me and my friends yesterday, actually, we tried this in ranked. The Monty was in banned, of course. The Monty, that is, he was banned. And we tried using a Blitz. Unfortunately, that didn't work because Blitz's shield is a bit too thin, if you will. And I just ended up getting shot in the face as soon as I went for the plant on reverse. And yeah, that didn't quite work out. So, you know, case in point, never use Blitz for the Archives rush plant.
That does happen to be a little bit of a downscale to it. But now, with Reckoning Esports having themselves a very nice round, in fact, that almost was a flawless round, if not. Only Srisha happened to lose his life over there, I believe. And really well played from the side of Reckoning Esports. A nice hold on defense. I'd love to see such defensive holds being put on board from, especially when it is, it happens to be on a map like Border. As we'll be going ahead to this matchup right now. Really, I believe there's just a moment here, guys. I suppose there is overload in terms of how, there we go. Excuse me for these. For some reason, the entirety of the settings is, you know, just not been in my favor. So, you know, it's just having a little too much load on my hardware. You know, just some streamer problems we have to accommodate ourselves with. But now we must be up and running in this, as we will be seeing Poseidon make his way here. That is the Thatcher, and he's got himself a nice. All right, he's got himself a nice angle that he's looking. Birds and Chitri will be the one. Will be the one running the Zofia. On this round from Reckoning, I cannot overstress the fact that they use the utility to perfection. And Union Gaming, I believe they're trying to do something in terms of a rush plant, but that just not work out for them. Chitri made his way inside CCTV already, while EX7 with the Ash plays, and look at that angle being employed by him with the Rappel game on. A bit of pre-fire comes in. I believe that is Ghosty. I think that is, yes, the Ella and Ratch with the castle will be playing up top. Some pre-fires I want to give. What is scaring Rats away here? He's going to go over the prone peak. He's got the proximity mines for him to help him as well. But the push from the armory is going to be the something that will happen from the side of the attackers first. That is, Aniket goes down already. He bites the dust too early. Sparko is going to be the one to convert that onto a kill. That's your Kaid of the board. That was obviously on the top floor. Now that the site is on ventilations, top floor hold is going to be a priority for Reckoning Esports, and they've already taken a fall. Beat moving in with this electrocuted waltz, not really exactly making that a smooth transition, I would say. Ella's fallen back, and so is Vortex going to do that as well. They've had the safe haven to fall back to. They've lost a life in that process. But here's EX7 to chime in. He's going to try and tag up the castle quite a bit, but he's playing in customs right now. Doesn't know there's somebody very awfully close, in fact, to that little area that is waiting room. But Jittery, meanwhile, is going to find Vortex. Ghosty, though, he chimes in. He's going to find a frag on the Jittery. That's a nice refrag coming in, and a headshot from the Ella. Trisha, the only one left on side, while Rats will be playing on the side of passport offices. Ghosty goes back on the side of customs. Now Srisha has got to watch this little bit of an angle that he's got to pull off a play from, while EX7 will be on top along with the breach happening somewhere else. I believe that is on the top floor just to establish a line of sight. I don't really think it's going to be something that they want to overdo, but yeah, that's just something that they're working with right now. Oh, the smoke just gets spotted out. No, he won't actually. EX7 does not manage to spot the smoke out, and that is going to leave Srisha at least alive as of now. Finally, his position does get given over with that drone coming in. It's only a matter of time till EX7 decides to go for the drop and go for the kill onto the smoke. Rats has made his way onto this area, onto waiting hall. He's going to make sure that anybody walking in will get caught out. But no, there's no position that he's able to walk out from. That's Rats taken off, and so will Srisha bite the dust, and it's all on the Ghosty, who will get taken out by Sparko. And what a cleanup from the side of Union Gaming as they put round 2 on board. Really well played by them. And what an amazing attack that we just got to see. Ventilation is not a defense that will be seeing Reckoning, Esports pull out. Let's see as we proceed to round 3 if they'll be able to do that or not.
Round 3 is in play, and of course both teams have gotten the ball rolling for themselves on this match right here, and things are looking very, very hot indeed. Of course, this is just the first round. Nothing, first 2 rounds, that is. Nothing much has happened in the meanwhile, but it will be interesting to see how this match proceeds farther from here. First of all, Ventilation is going to be the site of choice once again, and the Kaid is being 6-picked out by Aniket, but into what, though, is the real question. Into the Pulse, looks like, and there we go. The Pulse is in play from the side of Reckoning Esports. No Kaid this time around. We'll be heading into round 3 nice and quickly. Ghosty playing the Ella this time around. He's got the pistol out, so I'm not entirely sure what. Nope, he's got the Scorpion primary running for himself, and you know, it's actually quite funny. We have talked about how how powerful Ella's shotgun can be, the FO12, right? With its spam rate and its rather good range, so to speak. Even if it had a bit of a recoil increase a few patches ago, it hasn't really been nerfed in terms of firepower at all, for that matter. And one thing that I see teams do all the time is they always try to run the Scorpion for longer range fights. But one thing you could definitely use Ella for, especially with the changes to her Gershmot, is play closer to a choke point with the Gershmot in, say, like a door or a window. Have it held by a shotgun, the FO12 of course, because that spam rate, no attacker is beating that when they're stunned. Absolutely not. Even if their mouse sensitivity, it will not be changed. You know, the modifier, of course, was removed on both Ella and Sophia's Gershmots as of Operation Steel Wave. You know, even just the audio and visual issues that are caused by the Gershmot, especially by Ella, will allow her to use the FO12 to great effect, I feel like. I'm pretty sure Aces would have agreed with me on that point if he were here, but unfortunately, of course, we don't have Aces here. We all remember his amazing play using Ella's shotgun as well. But, you know, just some things I'd like to point out here and there, as we have Jittery going for a breach charge on to the hallway from inside of Break Room, as the Thermite is going to make a hard breach as well in the meanwhile on towards the main wall of armor. I believe that was Pulse has spotted somebody, that's Aniket right here, on CCTV. He might go for a C4 play any second. Now Rats in the meanwhile is being shot at from inside of Break Room. A long angle was established, I believe, from the attackers, as once again the C4 will come out. Will it connect? No, it will not. The attacker had moved away just in time, and Aniket unfortunately will not be getting that kill. Ghosty in the meanwhile, of course, sitting still inside of Armory lockers, yet uncontested. He's going to move closer to the small room hatch. The Armory does catch, that is, just in case he needs to make a quick getaway. Rats in the meanwhile inside of Archives as well, holding down the long angle through the monitor. And there's somebody at the metal door who will decide to pull back onto towards 90 hallway instead of going for the peak right here. We're slowly inching towards the 60-second mark, of course, and now Union Gaming have to start making things happen, because if they don't, of course, if they don't expect the push, and there we go, EXO is going to find one onto Vortex, and a second one onto the Pulse, looks like, and that is a couple of really quick kills for the Ash. The plant is going down from Beat. In the meanwhile, the Thermite's already got the plant of it's a post-plant situation, as Ras will go down as well. Shisha finds one onto Beat. The planter is down, but the diffuser is off and running as well. Lots of bodies being dropped in the meanwhile. Ghosty finds one on Poseidon, making it a 3 versus 2 for Ghosty and Shrisha. But again, they have to find these bodies right now. The Ella comes in. The Scorpion will find one more. Will he find the Zofia? Yes, he will! And Reckoning Esports have disabled the diffuser as well. Nomad, unfortunately, not here to cover for the counter defuse going off from Shrisha, excuse me. And what a play from Rek to secure round 3. The diffuser went off. Would have definitely been a huge surprise for them, but not enough of a setback for them to not win out round 3. 2-1 is the scoreline going in to round 4, and we'll be heading back to second floor Armory.
That was such a nice tag team duo coming out from the side of Srisha and Ghosty. Going for the counter diffuse while the other man had to get those frags down, and he did, mind you. He got those frags. Really beautiful done from the side of Reckoning Esports. In fact, that does put round 3 on board. Round 4 will be underway in the favor of Reckoning, but it's a little too early to call out the fact that it is, I would say, marginally an advantage that they've taken. No, at least not as of now. There's a possible equalizer waiting right around the corner to happen from the side of Union Gaming. Let's see if that's going to be the case or not. This time around, we won't see the Pulse being employed once again, as we'll be seeing them go on top, because, yeah, obviously, you can do that now that a bit of a rotation has come in. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard that has transpired in those 3 rounds. We're seeing Sparko and EX7 take the top frags for their team, while Ghosty and Vortex will be taking for theirs respectively. Not a great day for Aniket and Beat, obviously, but then again, it's not a game about kills. There's so many other things that he could be doing, like planting, like providing intel, like sometimes even taking the fall. Not necessarily, but yeah, definitely. We'll be seeing Rats. Looks like he wants to employ a Goyo shield, I believe. I'm not sure why he's happened to rotate back all the way here, but Ghosty is going to be the one establishing some lines of sight for him onto East stairs, as that is an angle he wants to be peak here. Look at that beautiful use of an ACOG on the dock over there, while the Goyo shield from Rats will also be on the side of Customs. Looks like that is exactly what they want to be brought on board. Poseidon will be watching this little angle that he's got for himself, as he's trying to peek that all the way onto CCTV area as well. Sparko will be aiming to peek this any moment now, but he's not done that, at least as of now, until he gets those drone works in. Vortex is the one who's playing in very close counters with Ghosty, I believe, but breach has happened, a soft breach. Wait a minute, how is that wall left unreinforced? That's a huge mishap from Reckoning Esports, or is that just a bait play coming in from them? Only sense to see on the way this round will go ahead. And a very peculiar sheet placement, in fact, from Aniket here. He's got the Vermai charges to help him as well, and some angles being made for the Jaeger to help him. But now Union Gaming has found a weak point in the spot of Reckoning Esports defense, and that is why they want to challenge them right where they stand. Aniket was still got Vermai charges up and running. He's going to deploy another one of them, while as a Thatcher is not allowing them to work. A prone peak is coming in, and so is the push in from the side of the breach, I believe. Aniket taking a few shots. No, those are just Zofia shots being used, but Rats meanwhile drops a frag, and that's Jittery off the board. A very important one coming in from him. In fact, I'm not sure where he found him. Aniket is the one who's facing a lot of heat. Sparko is going to find Srisha. That's your Maestro off the board, and a really good dispatch indeed coming in from Union Gaming. Aniket is falling back. Vortex is the only man left alive on the side. Is this metal stairs that is wants to go for this long peek, as there's nobody else watching the side of Armory. That means he had to go for the long rotate as well. Bats will still be holding this, and so will be Ghosty. The plant will be going down very early, in fact, into the round 56 left, but there's a perfect out from EX7. He's going to get that frag onto Aniket. That's headshot taking the Wamai off. It's a 4 versus 3, make that a 4 versus 2 because Vortex is down. Ghosty is trying to go for the revive, I believe, any moment now. He'll bring up the stim, and yes, he will be revived. Rats meanwhile goes for the run, and look at that beautiful peek. Oh, he's going to find 2, in fact. Beat and EX7, both of them go down. This could be the kill. That Rats has almost pulled the round off for them. That's a triple kill for the Goyo, I believe. No, he gets taken off, but the refrag is right in place from Ghosty as well. Sparko goes down. It's all down to the Thatcher right outside. That is Poseidon, but he's going to get that frag onto Vortex, I believe. It's a 1 versus 4 now. The Doc versus the Thatcher. The Doc is going to go for the long rotate. No, he's going to go for the counter diffuse. In fact, he's actually outside. He might as well get this. Oh, no, he won't. He's got to get out the plan. What? Look at that. 200 IQ diffuse coming in from Ghosty. In fact, that could have worked, but just not enough time to work with. He had to stick the plant, even if he got off of it towards the end there. Nothing that he could convert. Poseidon will be walking away with that kill, and Union Gaming put another run on board off of I believe, very interesting reinforcement that we did see come out from Reckoning Esports. We will be going into a rehost right now, as a rehost has been called indeed, and we'll be back just a moment.
Foxy? What is that sound coming through your mic?
Now, 3 versus 2 for that man. The drive has come in for Kingfish. Danu is going to be holding down here while Melo is going to get 2 for him. All right for himself as Melo with the order, not stopping. He's going to get 3. Melo, what are you doing? He's going to get Enigma with a quick headshot. It all comes down to Kingfish and Melo with the 4K.
Well then.
Whoa, all right, Maestro. Alrighty then. Melo, not stopping. Totally not Melo here. Goes to that doorway. Heartless. He's gonna take out the Maestro Cam. Easy peasy for him, but the push comes in, but he's gonna get caught out. Ash is here to try, and alright, the plan is already gonna go down. Beat up with the plan on the reinforcement that Ash now. That is gonna be the Thatcher. He knows he's got a really good line of sight. He's on the rapid game. He gets Ethan. Still got 2 more defenders to cut through. Defense, got to make sure they play this right. Ash on the triple kill. Does he get the quad? Onto the bandit, that is Baba Yaga. Has got to play this right. He's got to get the Rappler. Where's the Rappler game? It's going to be a little too far off, and that is that point 8. Go to match point.
With the double for himself, as it is all down to Maestro, Enigma on the Evil Eyes and the Alda. He knows Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Union Gaming and Reckoning Esports. We are back post rehost, and it is round 5. 2-2 is the scoreline, and we'll be moving back to Sector 4 Armory Lockers really nice and quickly. Rats with the 6th pick out of the Wamai into the Ella. Alright, very interesting indeed. It's got the Ella Elite as well to boot. Not actually, again, going back on the train of noticing these small things in the game. Both Ella and Zofia Elites are in play this time. The sister rivalry has just hit some pretty big heights, if you ask me. But with that being said, we're going to be moving in to round 5 and proper. 2-2, of course, is the scoreline, which means both these teams are giving it their all so far. Then there is no clear, deciding factor on who will win this match just yet. At the very least, not until we get to round 7 roll swap. That is when things will really start getting serious. And until we get there, we're just gonna have to speculate for a little bit. Wait until both these teams will win at their rounds. Which team gets the lead? Which team goes to match point? Which team wins? Or is it going to be overtime? That we see here on border. It's a very interesting question indeed. A long road to go before we get the answers. As indicated with the Goyo, he's going to be making some vertical lens sight for himself as well. I think that's to put down the Goyo shield on the East Archives door, just in case Union Gaming gets some ideas again. But this time, with the operator lineup I'm looking at from Union Gaming, the Sparko, not the Sparko, the Maverick, the Ash, the Thermite, the Thatcher, and the Zofia, excuse me. Yeah, definitely this is not a lineup you would have of operators for an East Archives Rush Plant. So it's going to be interesting to see what they bring out from this point onwards. Ghosty sitting inside a break room, as Aniket sitting in here with in Fountain with the Goyo shield next to him. And it's got to be careful though. Ghosty has, of course, the Ella for support behind him. That's Rats right there. Well, Shusha has a good spot sitting by that metal half wall area, close to the Archives door, excuse me. Ella actually has the pistol out, just waiting for some peeks to come in, but isn't going to find anybody. No random headshots all the way onto the east stairs corridor either. I believe there's an angle pre-established. Is there a breach in the wall there? I don't think so. Meanwhile, Strisha's already going to be trying to case somebody on the East Archives area. Nope, not quite. But there is a breach on the main wall of offices. Thermite's done his job right there. One main hard breach is down. The drone gets taken out by Aniket as well. It's his position, of course, has been given away to the side of UG as a Thatcher EMP comes in to disable any sort of defending utility in the area of Fountain. Aniket is pulled back in towards side for the time being as more shots are coming out from Rats, but he's just busy pre-firing away at random walls. Not really going to get anybody doing that as flashbangs are coming in. So are Zophia's concussives and impacts. Goishas being popped left, right, and center as Union Gaming are dumping a lot of utility into this push from Fountain towards Archives. And an impact comes out as well. A flashbang comes in towards the Fountain area, and there is, I believe, Ash potentially jittery on towards the AC West window. Dagger's gonna find one onto Ghosty in the meanwhile, and that's a pretty big kill. The Doc is on the board. He could have been something big for the side of Union Gaming, but no, Ghosty's gonna drop a nice shot in chat. As the hard juice on towards Ark as well as happened from the side of the Thermite as well. Beat gets that done for himself. He's the man with the diffuser, of course, but with Aniket below, he's a goer with the C4, mind you. He could pull off something special. The LS spotted the operator trying to push breakthrough by breaking the door. Spark is going to find one more onto Vortex right now. It's not looking good, and the yellow goes down as well. Reckoning Esports are being taken to the cleaners as Poseidon's taken the kill onto Rats. And now it's all down to Shrisha and Aniket. Aniket is still below with the C4. Will he be going for this? Yes, he will. He's going to throw it. He should get it. Yes, he will. Beat got off the plan, but not in time. And gets another one. What a shot from through the hatch. Dagger's going for the plan, though. And now Aniket has got to make his way up through metal stairs. The Barbars are going to give him his position via sound cues. Marks are coming in from the rest of his team. But again, nothing to confirm off of. Sparko's really low on HP, but no. That is the Zofia all the way out of the AC Vents window. Dagger with the kill onto Aniket, with a good position for himself as well, killing the Goyo on metal stairs, getting the round in for the side of Union Gaming, and stopping what could have been a potentially very big play from the Goyo right there. Aniket gave it his best shot. Unfortunately, not going to be doing anything too special today. We're going to be heading back to Armory once again from the side of Reckoning Esports on round 6, last round before roll swap.
That was a good try coming in from the side of Dagger, I believe. Sorry, Aniket. But Dagger was the one who happened to have an influential round indeed. He was the one in a very good and a powerful position. And essentially, he got 2 frags for himself. And the third one, in fact, I would award him with the Ella skill as well. Because he was the one who happened to dislodge Ella from his position. And that gave Poseidon a free kill. That was really well done by Dagger. Staying very strong in that little AC1's window. And watching all the way on the side through the metal and inside CCTV. That being said, we'll be seeing Reckoning Esports go back on this side of defense, and that is going to be Armory and Archives. Let's see if this time around that is going to turn some tides for them or not. Some shield placements are coming in from them as well, as Aniket is going to bring out the Goyo play. We're still seeing them come in with some standard reinforcements, just a good pocket strat coming in from them. They're making sure that everything gets countered in terms of how the push from Union Gaming has happened yet as of now. It only stands to see how we'll be doing that proceeding ahead. Prats comes up with his Elamine, and look at that. The elite Elamine, obviously the skin on it is a little bit different as well, and a little attractive, I'm gonna have to be honest. And I'm not talking about Ella here, mind you, about the mine, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I know what you guys must be thinking. Anyways, not giving you any more ideas. We'll be seeing Aniket go back to his spot in Fountain. Obviously, a nice try. In fact, that C4 toss was amazing. Could have, mind you, if that C4 could have been a little later into the round, or the plant going down could have been a little later into the round. That is, if Reckoning Esports would have managed to, gain maximum time off of the attackers, Aniket's clutch would have been secured right then and right there, even if nobody would have been alive from the side of Reckoning Esports, because that was indeed an amazing play that could not be countered at least in the way the game goes, on a very possible scale. Let's see if this time around that is going to be the play that we'll see Reckoning Esports pull out once again or not. Getting the main breach open is going to be their main priority as they make the push on towards the side of offices. Parko is running the Maverick. He's been very influential so far. He's got two kills already. In terms of how this Rios has transpired, we'll be seeing Poseidon. He's grappled over here. He's got himself. He's essentially just covering for his friends. No aggression is allowed. And Goyo, I believe, is taking a few shots. No, he's just going to exchange a few, in fact. And Ghosty will be playing a bandit this time around. Rats takes many shots, in fact. Not going to do a whole lot of damage, not to the attacker who tried to pick that fight with him. But Aniket is still busy holding this down. Shrisha will be on the cam duty. He's going to make sure that no drones are allowed to go in the place of where. Oh, look at that nade coming in from them. The stuns first come first, and then the nades. That does award them with a very good clearance in terms of how they're intending to push this. But Aniket does get spotted out. Oh no, there's a bandit into play. Ghosty's going to find that down onto the Maverick, but there's something else they've got to worry about as well. C4 goes out. Is that claim alive? Oh no, that is not going to do anything. I don't think the C4 is connected, but Aniket gets a frag anyway. Look at that play from Aniket, but he's going to take the fall. Ghosty comes up with a C4 play. Does it connect? No, it won't. There's a thermite very awfully close to him, but he's going to come up with a bandit trick. They're really well done. The exothermic charge, I believe, has been burned out. I'm not sure until I switch to beat. No, it hasn't. But now with the exothermic charge cannot be placed over since the bandit battery is still on the wall. He'll be doing that on the other wall, but that's just a bait from the thermite. And yes, Ghosty is going to fall for that bait, but does he have any more bandit batteries left? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the C4. He's going to have to fall back, and nothing else he can do. Swisha is going to catch Dagger off the guard, and in fact, 3 versus 2. Rats just get caught off in a really bad spot, and Spargo is going to be the one to convert that frag. And look at that fake from Ghosty. He's going to get one headshot on the beat. That's the diffuser down from 3 shots all on the Sparko. Now the Maverick who's downstairs. He's going to get the frag on the Ghosty. No, he won't. Ghosty gets that frag. And Reckoning Esports put the equalizer on board on round 6. And look at that amazing play from the Bandit. Did so much time drain, in fact. That down came in and eventually the kill was his to claim. Got that frag. And now the role swap will definitely be into play. Round 7 will be the way.
Round 7 rolls up is in play, ladies and gentlemen, and now Reckoning Esports are going to be attacking while Union Gaming are going to be defending, and Second Floor Armory Lockers is going to be the site of choice. Once again, this is what, the 4th time, in fact, that we are seeing Armory Lockers be played as well. But that being said, of course, looks like we're going to have the Mozzie in play from the side of Beat. Of course, Mozzie is such a very useful operator, and a Clash as well. Clash, of course, we all know what kind of an operator she is. The shield on defense, the one with a very loud mouth for that matter, so to speak. And also, of course, electricity, because why not? You know, you have Bandit, you have Kaid, why not add Clash to the mix? Of course, Clash's electricity will directly harm an operator that she's slowing down, while Bandit and Kaid are more in terms of utility denial. That being said, of course, it should be interesting to see how Union Gaming apply the use of the Clash. And with Mozzie, of course, in play, they can do some intel denial and counter intel along with the along with everything that they have in play for themselves. That being said, of course, there is still the Jaeger in play from the side of Jittery. That is going to do a lot of projectile utility now from the side of projectile and throwable utility now from the side of Reckoning Esports. So they have to be pretty careful with how they go for this push. Vortex does have the EMP. He can shut down a lot of things in the way the defense is set up from Union Gaming. But again, he's got to be alive for that, and that, of course, entails winning gunfights and or picking and choosing your gunfights very carefully. So, with all of that being said, action phase is in effect, excuse me, from the side of Reckoning Esports, and they are, of course, going to be joining for the most part, getting their intel in, getting all of the knowledge on where the defenders sit, where the utilities are, and how the push needs to be made. We got the Clash actually sitting inside of Archives, not really doing a whole lot for the time being, as Beat is busy shooting away at the wall next to him on CCTV. As a grenade came right close to him, but did not take him out, do any damage either. He did spot it at the last second, managed to move away in time. Jones is going to spot where he's sitting inside the CCTV as well, as he should be pushed on any second. Now there's the Goyo in the hallway to help him out. Will that work? Will Sparky be able to help his teammate in this situation? Only time will tell. Oh, what a shot right there from Ghosty right there. The Zofia is going to connect a beautiful shot onto the head of the Mozzie. Beat is off the board, and it gets taken a bit of damage in the meanwhile on the rappel peak that he's trying to go for. As Dagger, still inside of Archives, still not really doing a whole lot, as Sparko goes for putting down another Vulcan shield inside of the fountain area. Aniket still here holding down that line of sight towards half wall from inside of Armory that we see a lot of defending teams use these days. And again, it's not going to be something that he's going to get a kill out of just yet. He hasn't even damaged, any defenders. Spots out the shield though. And there we go. The Clash has been spotted by Ghost. He's not going to be able to do anything about it just yet because, of course, Clash's shield is pretty good. In fact, he actually shoots a hologram while trying to break open a few panels of that door in towards, from metal, to get an angle onto Archives. Jittery has actually dropped down in the meanwhile, as Spark is going to get killed onto Shrisha. That is equalizing the man count right now between both of these teams. And Poseidon, still sitting here behind a Vulcan shield, has got to be careful right now. If that shield gets popped, he might be in a position of not great proportions. Spark bit of damage in the meanwhile as well. The Goya is a little bit hit, but we are less than 40 seconds remaining in the round right now. And Reckoning Esports have to make this push happen. 4 versus 4 going into a side push will turn everything into a kill box, and it might not go in their favor. Less than 30 seconds remain right now as Zofia's concussives and flashbangs are coming in from the side of Reckoning Esports. They want to make this push happen. 3 flashbangs in. Goya's flashed a little bit, but the Clash is here for support. As there we go. Shots are going to be fired any second now. And the sledge has been caught out by the... Oh, Sparko gets under the kill. Poseidon one more using the help of the Clash. And that is going to put Reckoning Esports on a big disadvantage as the Thatcher inside of CCTV is going to be caught out as well. It's all down to Ghosty. The Zofia on the metal stairs. Lots of shots being fired in his direction. The Jaeger comes in for the peek and the knife. And Union Gaming of the back of Jittery winning that gunfight is going to take post roll swap round 7 on the defense. And they're going to take the lead right now against Reckoning Esports. Round 8 is in play, and it is 4-3 in their favor.
I really love the 2-4 that is going on between these teams. It's essentially been a place where you cannot decide who's taking away an advantage that is at least farther in terms of a 2-round differential. Not now. At least not now. Round 8 will be underway. Let's see if Reckoning Esports comes up with the equalizer, or will we see Union Gaming prove me wrong and take this 5-3. Mind you, it's not match point, but yeah, it will be a marginal difference in terms of how this match is gone so far. It was 1-1, then 2-2, then 3-3, and now I don't know. Is it a possible 4-4, or will we see a 5-3 come out? You know, that might as well happen, because Union Gaming, they played that amazingly well in the last round, and now Dagger will not be bringing out the Clash anymore. He's got the calls coming up. Meanwhile, the chat sounded off on whom you are supporting, on whom you think is going to come up with this round in hand. Reed comes up with a few Mozzie pests as well. He's going to make sure he places them down. And Dagger, though, I'm actually interested in terms of how this double UMP brothers are going to perform. The castle is in play. Obviously, so much more dynamic that he offers in terms of how you like to defend a particular site. He's got the castle barricades, and more than that, he's got the super shorty, and now he's got the proximity around as well. Boy, oh boy, they have buffed castle, and I don't really think anybody's even happened to take a note of that. You know, I see so many players going on and on about operators that are a little underrated in terms of how the buff has turned out. But Castle, though, oh boy, he's literally such an important factor, and I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, just like we're getting to see a little bit of a my ban come out the recent times. For maps that Castle happens to have a heavy implication, he'll start getting banned soon as well. Definitely something we'll be seeing soon. Meanwhile, Dagger is picking a fight here along with Sparko in hand to help him. I'm not sure what Sparko is aiming at. He's just going to fall back, but nobody to question what Sparko is aiming. He's got an amazing track record. Look at that, 5-1 for himself into the Rios, mind you, that is. He'll go for the C4 plays. That is onto East Edge, but there is nothing to convert, at least not as of now. And still looking for that play to happen. Meanwhile, 3 C4s being used on the side of Union Gaming, mind you. They could find 3 potential kills. That could be very fatal for Reckoning Esports. Rats will be once again playing on the Nomad. He's going to make sure that he drops his Nomad charges, and also the flank waltz is on him. Ghosty, looks like he's got the Ash put on board. Srisha will be playing the Thermite along with Vortex on Thatcher, very interestingly. Aniket on the Zofia, and look at that, once C4 comes alive, Vortex is going to get claimed, and that's your Thatcher off the board already, very early into the round. A 1.5 minute left, and I believe that's enough work being done in terms of how Jittery is picking up a fight here with the Nomad, I believe. That is Rats, who's found himself in a little bit of a mix outside, a little bit of a pinch. He's just going to fall back, and Aniket will be still very, very strong in terms of how he wants to hold on. Wait a minute, Sparko's... Alright, I just did see Sparko's C4 getting used, and this is the last C4. Beat is going to prep it, I believe. Oh, yes, he is. And look at this look at this cluster being made from Union Gaming. That is so funny to watch. There's 4 people in that little, about 2 square feet. That is indeed funny. You don't see that much of a cluster come up from anybody. We'll still be seeing a very methodical take from both these teams so far. And towards the end of it, it's going to be one of them who happens to be the victor of this. Dagger has still got himself a nice angle to work the C4 with, but It looks like Poseidon's waiting for the Walton. He's going to wait for it and he's going to get caught out. Srisha is the one who takes the fall, but Ghosty is here to chime in. He's going to get that fragger to beat. That's your Mozzie of the board. That means the C4 that was deployed is no more having the trigger. The man on the trigger alive anymore. Rats will have to go for the speed, but he's a little bit far away for the flashbang's radius, and Poseidon gets himself another frag for the denial. Ghosty will have to make this push happen. Not enough time left for Reckoning Esports, and looks like what I said might as well just be true, because it looks like Union Gaming might as well get this round. Ghosty gets spotted up by the proximity charge, but he's not going to find one. He does find one with the shield though. But where are the peaks coming in from? Honeykid gets a frag. Where's the last defender? Oh boy, Ghosty misses that by just a second, and Union Gaming still walk away with that round. Boy, oh boy, that came so close. It was all down to Sparko staying alive, getting the pre-fires in. Could have turned out fatal for him, and that turnaround though from Ghosty happened just a second sooner. That would have been Reckoning Esports this round. Oh man, that was one out of a round coming in from them. Round 9 will be underway, but like I said, Union Gaming do take that advantage. 5-3 is the scoreline. Now mind you, this is all happening while they sit on defense, one round away from taking this to match point.
One round away from match point on round 9. That is Union Gaming. We do have the Iana being brought in place of the Zofia from the side of Aniket for Reckoning Esports, excuse me. I was just drinking some water right there. And yeah, this should be very interesting indeed, as 5-3 is not a score that Reckoning wanted to be in. They have gone, excuse me, Union Gaming has gone to customers in the meanwhile, of course, having won both second floor armory and first floor ventilation. As the rounds are going to be heating up from this point onwards, because if Reckoning Esports manage to win 2 rounds back to back, they will equalize into round 11, which will leave the match very much up in the air, mind you. But if Union Gaming are to win 2 rounds from here on out, they will have finished the game pretty much, and that is obviously what they are looking to do. So obviously Reckoning have a bit of an uphill battle right now. They have to equalize first, worry about match point later. And Union, in the meanwhile, they don't really have to worry about equalization. But they do have to worry about the equalizer coming in from Reckoning. That is going to be in their minds, obviously. But what they have to worry the most about is getting this round and get themselves to match point first. We have Beat sitting inside a CCTV with a Vulcan shield to protect him. All right, very interesting. If there's an ADS there, which I believe there should be at the very least in break room doorway to stop that shield from being broken, then it's fine. But if the shield gets broken, of course, then we'll have cooked Mozzie, I guess. So of course, Reckoning will be the ones doing that, not us. We're just casting this game here. The hot seat, as they say, front row, top tier seats right here, as we have a couple of defenders coming up the metal stairs. That was Jaeger in the castle, but Jaeger seems to have gone back downstairs right now. Poseidon in the middle was inside of Armory, and I think Beat is actually requesting some backup as an EMP goes off next to him. Meanwhile, Rats is going to be putting down an air jab towards the east stairs to stop a push from that area coming in from the side of Union Gaming. And the main breach on towards the waiting room detention room wall has been finished from the thermite. But Ghosty is actually going to take a little bit of damage, a little bit of HP off of the Mozzie, I believe, or was that Sparko? Both of them are low on HP, but they have fallen back to the first floor. Looks like second floor control has pretty much been forfeited. Yep, there we go. The castle makes its way down as well, as there are no defenders sitting on the second floor. All 5 of them are down below, waiting for this push coming in from the side of Reckoning Esports. Ooh, the Iana gets spotted, but no! Castle barely misses that. Poseidon lets the Iana jump in. Or was that a fake? I think, oh, that was a fake. Oh, even I got bamboozled right there. But a Tifa comes out from the Mozzie, or was that, no, that was Dagger the Bandit, and Ghost is going to find Dagger in the meanwhile. Srisha was, of course, downed off the back of that C4. He will be revived, I think, and that should have put things into a 5 versus 4 for Reckoning He's supposed to take right now. There's a couple of defenders on the east stairs. Rats is currently unaware of that. He makes a punch to try and use a distraction, and he will get a kill on a Jittery on the metal stairs. Pretty nicely done there from the Nomad. He's going to go for the peek onto the east stairs as well. Will he find that? Yes, he will. That's a double kill for Rats right now. There's another defender inside of offices. The shots are fired as Poseidon fights and again in the middle. It's a 2 versus 4 right now. Will the Goyo get this kill onto Rats? He's moving around quite a lot. trying to put a confusion spell, and there we go. He will find the triple kill onto Sparko. There's just one more left. That's Poseidon directly underneath in the main lobby, who's making his way back to construction, customs, and the shots are fired. The Ash is going to go down. That's Ghosty, but no, the kill is here from the man himself. Rats with the 4K this round is going to give Reckoning Esports round 9. And as we head into round 10, the lead is still in favor of Union Gaming, mind you, but it is 5-4. And this is going to be very interesting indeed.
A nice round coming in from Reckoning Esports over there. In fact, a textbook attack in terms of how you want to attack a custom successfully. Union Gaming played that well until a certain point, I believe. You know, more importantly, I think what did come down to the fact that Union Gaming could not fall back to the site because there was just too many choke points that Reckoning Esports was watching. So they had to play that offside. You know, we did see them rotate back to ventilations and, you know, the adjacent to the main side, that is. But that did not work out in their favor. There was a nomad in play. And in fact, those nomad charges were so perfectly used as well. We did see Rats come out with that quad kill in the last round. But more importantly, it was both of those nomad charges getting blown out in or detonated distance. I could hear them. I believe you heard them as well, Blackjack. Because that gave away so much more leverage that I believe Union Gaming had against Reckoning Esports. And that one round is not there anymore. Union Gaming sit on one round away from taking this to match point, while Reckoning Esports did one round away from taking this to an equalizer. Not overtime though. I was almost about to say overtime, as it's just some tier 1 stuff. You know, I happen to just believe that there's always an overtime coming up because neither of these teams want to give up. And I'm sure Blackjack, you must agree with me based off how Mercenaries versus ESM went out. So yeah, we'll be seeing Dagger. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but definitely some yoga here and there. Definitely important for the clash. As just a second, as I have to sneeze.
Oh, you good there?
All right, yeah, I'm amazing. It's just that I had to take that one moment away and mute myself on the stream so I could sneeze. Nothing else. We'll still be seeing, we'll still be seeing a Poseidon hold on with the alibi on the side of the half wall, as the site is going to be armory once again. And Dagger has brought up the clash very interestingly. That is something that stopped Reckoning Esports from making the plays happen. But look at this, Aniket, all the while more wiser. He came in with the 6 pick, and that is a pick onto the Capita. That's a direct counter to where the clash, in fact. And indeed, if he does happen to spot where the clash is playing, he might as well turn that around into a maneuver for himself. Looks like Beat is the one facing the heat right now. In fact, he's going to be inside CCTV. There's some shots coming in from the buck. Oh, a buck pick from Ghosty. Quite interesting. I didn't quite get to catch that. Was playing the Ash previously, so I just assumed that is something he'll be continuing with. But the Gapta balls are being used to dislodge the position of the Mozzie. Is not doing anything, at least as of now. Look at that. The radius is just not in the favor of the attackers right now. Mozzie has room to work around this, but not anymore, I believe. Yes, he's getting burned to death. He's got to move away from this. He does lose a ton of HP in that process. And there'll be a gunfight that he'll have to pick, but will not be in his advantage. Pre-phaser coming in from the Jaeger. Jittery trying to find his frag onto Ghosty, but Ghosty is being very evasive in terms of how he intends to push that. But it looks like Ghosty is, Aniket has already pushed in so close. Oh, look at that. He's going to go for the melee. So without even having to open that wall, Sparko meanwhile is going to find Ghosty off guard. It's a very important frag here. Jiffy is going to find another, and Reckoning Esports are falling apart very quickly. Vortex takes the fall. That is Aniket. Information being traded off. Oh, the peak comes in from the clash directly. In fact, that's the swirly dolly, as I like to call it. But Mozzie is here to chime in. Trisha is going to be here. In fact, all the responsibility in terms of how this revive should go through will be on Srisha. He's going to get the revival. Kith is going to be back on his feet, but not with enough HP to work with. Rats, he's going to be in the sandwich rappel. He's got to get off of it because there's not much help that he can do being on the rappel while Union Gaming just choose not to peek him. Aniket, I believe Reckoning Esports going for a quick rotate back, and yes, they have to because not only 15 seconds left. Rotate has come in, but that has been read from Union Gaming as well. Swisha no breach point as well. This is looking very bad for Reckoning Esports, as this might just be the round where Union Gaming walk away with. There's the Mozzie once again to chime in, and that's another frag off the board. It's all on Swisha and Raz, but Swisha has already found his way inside side, and he's going to go for the plant, but not enough room to work with. Oh boy, Beat is going to get the diffuser, and the planter goes down, and that is why Union Gaming will walk away with round 10, and that is match point for them, 6-4. Right now, as we proceed to round 11.
Round 11 is in play, and ladies and gentlemen, it is 6-4 match point for Union Gaming, and now the onus is really on the side of Reckoning Esports to try and come back from this massive disadvantage that they have found themselves in, because if they are unable to, then they will not be going to overtime. It will be the win for Union Gaming. This is where matches get really serious, especially when it comes to Division 1, because now all the skill has to come in. All the caps, all of the shackles, they come off. From this point onwards, this match is pretty much unchained, as they say, and should be very interesting indeed as we move into round 11 nice and quickly. Right now, of course, Union Gaming, they stand just one round away from pretty much winning it all, and being on the defense on Cafe in first floor ventilation definitely going to be helping them out just a little bit. But Reckoning Esports on the attack will have a lot to say about this match point that Union Gaming have found themselves on, especially in this round, because again, it all comes down to whether or not Reckoning are able to equalize with Union Gaming. As a reminder for all of our viewers at home, of course, this match is pretty much the match that decides which team gets to keep their win streak unblemished, and which team will have that one loss, that number one in their loss column, because both these teams so far in Div 1, have been completely undefeated, and that really shows in the way they're going at it against each other as well. Meanwhile, Poseidon's going to be busy reinforcing the hatch on top of customs inside of CCTV, and that's just the last set of defenses being put into place from the side of Union Gaming, readying up for this push from the side of Reckoning Esports. This round is going to be it. Everything comes down to this. Drones coming in from the side of Reckoning Esports, of course, we all know that they will want to have the intel that they need before getting the push ready and going, that is. Ghosty in the meanwhile going for some one-taps, attempting them at the very least. Quick peek one-tap on the main wall of offices. Slides is here to just bust his way in as usual. Aniket with a quick take onto offices. He isn't going to meet any resistance for that matter, because the defender is probably, I think that's inside. Oh, that's the metal stairs, and there's a punch hole there. But no, Aniket will still win that. Oh, dear me. Sparkle with just a few too many shots, and that gave away his position just in time for Aniket to get the kill. What a play right there from the Sledge to save himself and give the man count favor. But Shisha's going to be taken off the board. That's the hard breacher down, mind you, with the C4 from Dagger. The Pulse has come to play indeed, and that's pretty big right there, because any reinforced walls and hatches that Reckoning might have wanted to get for themselves will no longer be openable. Meanwhile, the Sledge will be taken out by Poseidon, challenging the vertical angle against the Sledge on the high ground, will give him the kill. And now Union Gaming suddenly swinging the man count in their favor as a Beat finds another one onto Rats. The situation is not looking good as Aniket drops a GG in chat. No, Aniket, you don't do that. You still have Ghosty and Vortex alive for your team, as he should find one. Will he? Shots are fired, but no. Vortex gets taken out by Mozzie. He wasn't even noticing him. And Beat is here with the final kill as well. Oh no, Reckoning completely demolished on round 11 against Union Gaming, and that is going to give them the win here on Border. Union Gaming will remain undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to put the loss column, going to bring it alive for the side of Reckoning Esports. Unfortunately, 7-4 is the scoreline at the end of the day, and yep, that is it for the game on Border. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is of course done. That is, of course, the game between Union Gaming and Reckoning Esports, done and dusted. And we are going to be taking a bit of a short break, myself, Blackjack, and my co-caster Foxy, before we come back to you a little bit later in the evening with a new stream with the remaining 2 matches of Finale Day 1 of Division 1. Never Diamonds will be taking on Demon's Force, and Bat Trip Esports will be taking on Level 0. Both very exciting games indeed. You don't want to miss them. Stay tuned.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.